What sport?
Bàbá máa pẹ̀lú yín.
O sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Quran, o dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Bíbélì báyìí. O sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Ifá, èwo ló ṣe?
Christian ni mí.
Mo dẹ̀ sọ. Mo ń ṣoògùn. Má sọ pé o ń ṣoògùn. O ń ṣèṣẹ̀ṣe ni kò sí tí ń jóògùn Ọlọ́run ló lóògùn. Ṣó ti yẹ? Ṣó ti gbọ́? Tó bá lòun ṣoògùn, o sí ilé ògùn báyìí, àwa là ń ṣoògùn, ilé ògùn la jókòó sí, ilé ògùn lọmọ bá wà, àwa là ń ṣoògùn. Owó òṣoògùn, ájò ló ń ṣe.
Ẹ̀yin ṣe fún wa ni.
Ájò ló ń ṣe.
Ẹ̀hún bá ájò la máa pè mí mọ́.
So nínú ájò tó ti wá ṣe, o ti believe pé oníṣẹ̀ṣe gan fẹ́ solid ju Bíbélì tó gbé lọ́wọ́ báyìí lọ. Àbí tó sọ kọ́ ni pé o gbàgbọ́ nínú ògùn ni. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ what sport? Ẹlẹ́gbàgbọ́ nínú ògùn. Bọ̀ Bíbélì ń kọ́ kí ló dé tẹ́ gbàgbọ́ nínú ẹ̀? As a Christian.
Bàbá tó bá ti di pé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹlẹ́sìn dé, wọ́n dragi, wọ́n ṣe gbé kírísítẹ́nì, gbé muslim, gbé ìṣẹ̀ṣe dé. No, mo wà ní báyìí, bàbá ẹ máa gbọ́, mo wà ní báyìí. Ọdún ogun tó ń ṣe nílùú wa ní 3 months ago, èmo ṣe host wọn.
A dáa fún yín, ọkàn yín á balẹ̀. Ní tí mo fẹ́ tẹ̀ sọ látàárọ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ sọ yìí. Ìgbàgbọ́ ni a mọ̀ ṣòro ni mo fẹ́ kó sọ. Ìgbàgbọ́ ni a mọ̀ ṣòro ni mo fẹ́ kó sọ sport.
Bàbá wa, bàbá dáàdì mi òun ló gbé wá sílùú wa.
Àbí?
Òun ló gbé wá sílùú wa. Ní ọgbẹ́ àti pé àwọn náà àwa ṣe kínní, pásọ̀ wà nínú ọmọ wa o, àti nínú wa, but òun ń ṣe. But àwọn tá ń support wọn tó bá ń ṣe, à ń support wọn.
Bọ̀ kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ níbi kẹ́ support traditional yẹn ṣá.
Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ òsínbẹ̀ náà.
Tọ́
ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ òsínbẹ̀.
Kí wàá ló ń bí wá
léèrè? A máa jó láàrin wọn, mo ì máa jó pẹ̀lú wọn.
Nígbà tó mọ̀ pé kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń bẹ̀, kí ló dé tí o kó àwọn ọmọ yẹn sọ́ndà traditional kan máa kọ́ fá àbí kan tẹ fá?
Àwọn ọmọ wo?
Àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ti ti ara ẹbí náà.
Bàbá yìí mo ti gbìmọ̀.
Ó ti wá yé.
Ọmọdé sì lè mi.
Òyà mọ̀jẹ̀ wọn ó dé ẹ ní sẹ́kẹ́sẹ́kẹ́ ẹ̀sìn lórí ìlú.
Ọmọdé sì lè mi.
Àwọn tí wọ́n dé Ọlọ́run tún tú àwọn kan.
Àwọn mùsùlùmí tó ń tọ̀
bàbá àwọn tó wà Nàìjíríà náà ń dé ẹ̀dọ́bà kúrò Nàìjíríà àwọn tó kò sí ọ̀pọ̀
nínú ọ̀pọ̀ yìí. Mọ́sẹ̀ òrìṣà àwọn mùsùlùmí àáfà ló ń gbé. Yes.
Ìjàyà kí ló bínú sí?
Àáfà ló ń gbé mẹ́ni òrìṣà.
Ìjàyà díẹ̀díẹ̀ kí ló bínú sí? Jẹ́ àmọ́ báwọ̀ sport sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Kò bínú bóun ẹ̀ ṣe rí nìyẹn bàbá.
Ó dáa.
Bàbá àgbáwo kò bínú bóun ẹ̀ ṣe rí.
Ó dáa, ó ti yé mi ọmọọba. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lásáìdì. Ẹ sọ wípé ní ẹgbà ìṣẹ̀ṣe gbọ́. Kí wàá ní tàwọn tálíkà ní Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n á gbẹ̀sìn kankan báyìí tí wọn ò járí mú mi.
Àwọn tó wà
lé nìyẹn. Àfáà tó ṣe pé babaláwo ní fún lówó jẹ́
láàrin.
Àwọn tó wà lé nìyẹn. Àwọn tó wà lé nìyẹn sẹ́.
Bàbá wa ti rẹ̀ ń jò tí.
Lọ́dà gbẹ́ Sunrise fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká fún Sunrise láyè náà kọ́ náà sọ̀rọ̀. Lọ́dà gbẹ́ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
Àbọ̀rú àbọ̀yé ẹ̀ka rọ̀ o.
Àbọ̀yé bọ́ sísẹ bàbá.
Ẹ̀kú wájú àbábíbi pé kí yí o. Elédùmarè á wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa o.
Sunrise gbóhùn sókè o sí nínú bedroom gbóhùn sókè.
Elédùmarè á wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa. Ẹ wo in fact Ìjàyà word kò sí.
Báwo ni ìjà ṣe wọ̀ pé kò sí nínú bedroom? Báwo ni ṣe mọ̀?
Sọ kó mo lá píópíó lọ́wọ́ àbí.
Bí àwọn ńlá píópíó ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ni mọ̀.
Àsìkò lá píópíó náà la wà. Báwo gbọ́dọ̀ máa sùn tó bí gbogbo gbà.
Àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọkùnrin ló máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí.
Yóò fi sáì sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Ó mọ̀.
Elédùmarè ṣàánú gbogbo wa.
Welcome Sunrise.
Elédùmarè àbádé ẹ̀sà ẹ̀kú iṣẹ́ ẹ̀kú àtàárọ̀ ẹ̀kú wájú. Bàbá mi àwo àgbáwo mo kí yín o torí mo lísìtì sí yín látàárọ̀.
A dára fún yín Sunrise.
A túbọ̀ máa dúṣe fún yín.
Àṣẹ.
Ní tójú lẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀.
Àṣẹ.
Ọlọ́run àwa pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa. Elédùmarè ò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Kò sí nǹkan tó dàbí ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Àwa náà àti gba Christian àti gba Muslim kọjá àti rí pé ẹ̀tàn lásán ní Arab level.
Méjèèjì làwọn náà ti go through.
So
mo tún kàwé lẹ́bẹ̀lẹ́bẹ̀ ìwé wọn wà wájú mi bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Kùránì àti ìwé mo sì síwájú ìwé fáàmì náà jókòó tì.
Ojoojúmọ́ ni mo máa sọ àwọn ìyá wa tó jóbìnrin àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa tó jóbìnrin àwọn àbúrò wa tó jóbìnrin àwọn ni wọ́n níṣẹ́ ṣe ń sìn torí àwa ọkùnrin àti jáde láti jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé bó ṣe ń lọ lílé nínú Kùránì àwọn obìnrin tó bá ti mú àwọn obìnrin wa tó bá ti fi ẹ̀sìn méjèèjì yẹn sílẹ̀ wàhálà kò sí kọ in fact Elédùmarè gbọ́ kò sí kankan nínú church àti muslim mọ́.
Sunrise olọpọlọ àwọn obìnrin yẹn ló kún bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
You are right.
You are right.
tí wọ́n bá ti stop àti máa lọ sí nàìjíríà tó ti stop àti máa lọ sí àsàlátù gbogbo ẹ̀yẹ kò sí nǹkan míì mọ́ ó ṣe rí 85 sí 90% àwọn ọkùnrin tó convert kúrò nínú ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọ muslim àti christian obìnrin ni o obìnrin ló mú ẹlòmíì lọ o.
You are making sense.
obìnrin ló mú ẹlòmíì lọ o mo tó bá ti mú àwọn ìyá wa àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa obìnrin àwọn àǹtí wa obìnrin àwọn àbúrò wa obìnrin tó bá fi ẹ̀sìn méjèèjì yẹn lẹ̀ ní òní ẹ wo church àti muslim àdẹ ahoro ni.
àgbà wòlíì kan invite mi ìgbà máa dé church báyìí obìnrin ló kúnnú church bá kan mi ìrọ́kùnrin mẹ́ta I swear to God. ẹni àwa ṣàìsàn ọdún ni o àṣàgbáwo wọ́n invite mi as a big man pé àgbáwo tí ò kéré ẹ wá sí church káwọn èèyàn lè mọ̀ pé àwọn gbé èèyàn ńlá wá sí church mo rò pé bá àwọn ọkùnrin tó pọ̀ dídí ìbájọ́ ọkùnrin 4 lọ obìnrin ló kúnnú ìjọ lẹ́yìn àwọn ọkùnrin tó ń lùlù ó kárí ọmọ mi àwọn ọkùnrin tí ń lùlù ẹ dákun àwọn ìyá ọkọ àwọn yẹn ń kọ́.
àgbáwo ó lè jẹ́ pé opó ni wọ́n opó ni gbogbo wọn.
ọkọ wọn lè travel.
ẹ ṣe ṣé ẹ lọkọ wọn ò tíráfù ìmí ń bẹ tó ṣe pé ọkọ rẹ̀ jẹ́ babaláwo ìmí ń bẹ ọkọ rẹ̀ jẹ́ afa gẹ́gẹ́ bíi tí Sunrise sọ pé ó make sense ẹ máa gbọ́ obìnrin ló pè mí náà lọ èmi ò ní parọ́ sẹ́ kí ló kàn mí obìnrin tẹ̀mí náà fẹ́ mo wá lọ kìí ṣe pé Jésù lèmi àti ẹ ní meeting sórí ọjọ́ bíi ẹni tí ń sọjọ́ bíi èráyè wọ́n ti ń sọjọ́ bíi èráyè yóò wá chọ́ọ̀chì yẹn.
àgbáwo igọ tẹ́rọ̀ làgbáwo yìí ọlọ.
ọmọ ẹlẹ́tẹ̀ mi dẹ̀ ní dandan wọn ò lọ àìsàn.
ó bá gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
èmi ó dẹ̀ nara.
kò láì bó bá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
so ìgbàgbọ́ ni a máa nara ó ṣàdúrà tán lẹ́yìn aago 12 àgbálẹ̀ wa wà lọ fúnra wa ní jẹni freight ẹnìkálukú tún ká. so kò dira wọn lọ́wọ́ o àwọn obìnrin yẹn ni kọ́ ló ń wọnú wọn torí tí o bá kẹ́rin.
àwọn obìnrin wa yìí àwọn obìnrin wa gangan ni.
àwọn obìnrin yẹn ni ṣùgbọ́n bí mo tá a ṣe ń sẹ́ ìfọ̀kàn tá a ṣe wọlé tí.
bí mo ṣe lọ́wọ́ ìtumọ̀ lọ́wọ́ tí mo wà yìí o mi ò lè fẹ́ obìnrin kankan tí o bá ti ṣe ìṣẹ̀ṣe lọ́wọ́ tí mo wà yìí tó máa gbóná nínú ìṣẹ̀ṣe kan gidi.
ìṣẹ̀ṣe obìnrin ló ń dàyàn.
o ní mo wá báyìí.
God bless yes Ìjàyà.
wọ́n ń dà kọ́
fún Ìjàyà Sunrise. Adá fún Sunrise.
kò tún ní dókòó mi.
láíláí kò ní dókòó mi mọ́ láyé.
ọkọ mi máa balẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ mo rẹ́dà ti support ìṣẹ̀ṣe ẹ̀.
láyé ó dé òrìṣà lórí ẹ̀ láti fún àmọ́ fún àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fẹ́ yà o ẹ lọ fẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe mo sọ fún gbogbo wọn ẹ lọ fẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe tó dẹ̀ ẹ lọ fẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe.
oníṣẹ̀ṣe torí ẹ̀ pé tó dẹ̀ nápọ̀ lé
mo lè fún ẹ ní Sunrise mo lè fún ẹ lọ́rẹ̀ ìyàwó mi.
tó bá tó nápọ̀ lé tó dẹ̀ ní tẹríba
tó gbóná gidi
oníṣẹ̀ṣe tó gbóná gidi.
ẹ̀gá ló wà ó gbóná bíi ṣàórí ẹ̀ ìfà àwọn ọmọ yẹn wà bọ́ tó kì í sọ̀rọ̀ wọn dàbí àwọn ọmọ orí TikTok àwọn òkú ṣe wọn sí
Sunrise bá connect ẹ̀ mọ́ Sunrise àgbáwo ẹ má ti lọ àgbáwo
ọlọ́run máa connect ẹ̀ mọ́ àgbáwo lọ ní.
àgbáwo afẹ́kẹ́ máa wá sórí ètò yìí náà kẹ́ máa educate àwọn èèyàn àgbáwo ẹ padà wá.
àgbáwo kúrò ẹ dágbáwo padà.
wọ́n yọ olú ẹ̀ sí ti fúnra ẹ̀ bóyá ó fẹ́ ṣe kankan.
ok
ó lè fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan.
kò sáwọn ọmọ tó dájọ àwọn ọmọ ṣẹṣin yẹn lọ àwọn ọmọ dátà tí yẹn wọ́n lè dókó mẹ́wàá lójúmọ́ àwọn yẹn.
ìgbà yẹn ló máa mọ̀ pé òun lọ sí NIVG ìgbà tó báyìí tí màá tẹ́ máa gbádùn ara wa láàárọ̀ Sunday ìgbà yẹn ló máa mọ̀ pé òun lọ church tó ìgbà tó báyìí kó dáná fún mi láàárọ̀ Sunday ìgbà yẹn ló máa mọ̀ pé lọ sí àti sọ̀tẹ̀ máa dé láti church máa dáná wọ́n ti kó gbogbo ẹ̀dáàdìtì yẹn wọ́n ti kó sí wa lọ́kọ̀ àríjẹun kúrò ní láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù àwọn máa lọ church nígbà tá a bá tó dé ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dáná wọ́n ti kó gbogbo ẹ̀dáàdìtì òṣìṣẹ́ wọ́n ti kó sí wa lórí. ìgbà táwọn bàbá wa ń tọ́ àwa bọ̀ wàá jó oúnjẹ àárọ̀ wàá jó oúnjẹ ọ̀sán wàá jó oúnjẹ ìrọ̀lẹ́ oúnjẹ alẹ́ kò by 7-6:30 nírọ̀lẹ́ oúnjẹ alẹ́ ti rẹ́dì wọ́n wá ti wí pé kíkíyàwó kan máa dáná ní 8 p.m. 9 p.m. ọkọ wa jẹ ìbàdàn àwa jẹ bàlú ikọ̀ àwa yọ bí ikọ̀ kínní in fact àwọn ìyàwó yìí nǹkan aláàbò sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ìyàwó yìí
àwọn tó ní ọ̀sà kírísítẹ́nì ló pọ̀ jù.
yes now.
wọ́n ti gbàwẹ̀.
àwọn obìnrin tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí tó máa fi gbé ìrìndọ̀ mi sílẹ̀.
ó ti kọ́
sickness wọn lára.
ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹnìkan wọlé iṣẹ́ lọ́rọ̀ bá wa sọ ni RTOD àbí kí ni orúkọ yín.
bàbá Ìjàyà ẹ kalẹ́.
ẹ kalẹ́ ìyá mi.
ẹ kalẹ́ gbogbo ilé.
ẹ kalẹ́
sà o.
kúnyìn ẹ kalẹ́ mà ẹ kalẹ́ mà ò kúnyìn.
gbogbo ilé ń dá yín lóhùn.
kúnyìn ò sí bí
à ń gbọ́rọ̀ yín.
bó ti ń bá yín bọ̀ látàárọ̀ mo ń gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ I want to bring in a contribution. à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé we are talking about àṣà ìbílẹ̀ wa àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe bí wa. ṣé mo pé a lot of people tó lọ sí ẹ̀sìn ìgbàgbọ́ tí wọ́n fi lọ sí ẹ mọ̀ pé ìgbàgbọ́ yẹn ó pín sí méjì the Orthodox and the New Generation churches.
ìgbàgbọ́ àbí kírísítẹ́nì lẹ fẹ́ sọ kò sí tó ń jẹ́ gbàgbọ́ ẹlẹ́sìn ìbílẹ̀ ìgbàgbọ́ là ń ṣe ẹ̀sìn kírísítẹ́nì lẹ fẹ́ sọ àbí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ̀sìn kírísítẹ́nì pé ọmọ.
ẹni tó gba Ifá gbọ́ ìgbàgbọ́ ni ẹni tó gbògún gbọ́ ìgbàgbọ́ ni ẹni tó gbèsù gbọ́ ìgbàgbọ́ ni ẹ̀sìn kírísítẹ́nì ní kẹ́ ẹ sọ ṣé ẹ̀sìn kírísítẹ́nì pé sí méjì lẹ́ ń sọ ń sìn mà ẹ má bínú pé mo interrupt yín o kó lè yé wa ni.
ṣé mo pé nígbà táwa ń dàgbà even though gan à ń lọ sí church wọ́n sì máa ń wọ́n ń ṣe sàrà à ń jẹ sàrà wọ́n ń ṣèrà padà fún wa ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sá.
yes à ń gbọ́ yín.
àfẹ́ interrupt yín ni à ń gbọ́ yín àfẹ́ interrupt yín ló já mute.
ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín.
ṣùgbọ́n rí nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ torí tó jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ wá di pé àwọn young generation churches the gospel and the Pentecostal tó fi kó gbogbo àwọn tó bìlífù nínú àwọn nǹkan ìbílẹ̀ wa lọ ni pé ṣe rí àwọn babaláwo oníṣègùn àtàdáhùnṣe ṣe pé mo categorize wọn sọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ torí pé mo mọ̀ dáadáa wọ́n máa ń jẹ́ kí bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń exploit èèyàn kó wà very frugal. èèyàn máa lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ yín ẹ máa dá Ifá fún ẹ̀yin yìí lẹ máa yan gbogbo apá ẹ̀yẹ ẹ̀yàn ọ̀kín ẹ̀yin gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹ̀yàn pẹ́pẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yàn yẹtù. so àwọn èèyàn wá wò pé kí làwọn aṣọ́dà àwọn pípì bí àràsọgbọ́n tí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì fi ń mú èèyàn jẹ àwọn èèyàn máa ń jẹ èèyàn díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa rí èèyàn bí ìgbà tí èèyàn da àgbàdo sílẹ̀ níta tádìyẹ rọra ń jẹ́ lẹ́yẹ kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń yọ́bọ̀ tí ó mọ̀ pé èèyàn kan wà lẹ́yìn ilẹ̀kùn tó máa tilẹ̀kùn mọ́ wọn system tí àwọn ti church ń lò nìyẹn àwọn yẹn máa ń fi ọ̀fẹ́ nígbàlà re àwọn èèyàn wọnú agbo kó tó tilẹ̀kùn mọ́ wọn. and gbogbo àwọn pásítọ̀ tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mélòó nínú wọn ló jẹ́ pásítọ̀ tẹ bá lọ báwọn wòlíì tó wá ní kẹ̀kọ́ orúkọ yín lẹ̀ kẹ̀kọ́ orúkọ mọ́mì yín lẹ̀ tẹ bá lọ wá mú orúkọ yín lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọ́n á pe bàbá gbọ́ ti pìọ̀ orúkọ tí mo sẹ́yìn sí yẹn bá mi dáfà ẹ sẹ́ndì gbogbo mẹ́sẹ́gì rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ torí pé ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn tó wà ní Christendom kò yé wọn 1 2 ṣe rí a lot of mistakes náà ó tún wá láti àwọn family kan àwọn parent kan wà wọ́n máa ń bò fún àwọn ọmọ wọn wọ́n máa ń fi ẹ̀sìn tí wọ́n practice bí wọ́n ń kírun o which is the camouflage act of life tó bá kírun jẹ́ kó tún lọ tún kọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ṣe bí dàdí ṣe kọ́ wa nìyẹn pé tó bá ń lọ mọ́ṣáláṣí àbò lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì lọ tún kọ̀rọ̀ ṣe téèyàn ò bá tún kọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ṣe kò lè dán ní gbangba that is one. Two, mo gbọ́ ẹ tó sọ pé àwọn obìnrin pọ̀ ní churches pé báwo ni wọ́n ṣe máa dá wọn padà wá sí àti traditional heart. Májèmú tó wà láàrin àwọn pásítọ̀ àtàwọn obìnrin pọ̀ gan. That is one. Two, ǹjẹ́ mo pé a lot of women tẹ́rí nínú àwọn agbo churches kan bíi kérúbù sẹ̀lẹ̀ apart from pé wọ́n ń sọ pé àwọn jẹ́ ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi. Ǹjẹ́ mo pé a lot of them náà wọ́n tún ní àwọn associations kan tó ń ṣe tó deep gan tó jẹ́ àṣírí tó jẹ́ pé àfihàn tó bá lójú inú àtẹni tó ní ọgbọ́n dáadáa ló máa lè mọ̀ pé nǹkan tí àwọn obìnrin yìí ṣe ó ju pé à ń kọ bàbá tí à ń kọ àfọpẹ́fọ́lọ́run ní Sunday. They go extra miles with some pastors and the Yaduas. Àwọn Yadua tẹ̀ ń wò yẹn èmi inú wọn kàn gbé Jésù ni ó gbé pẹpẹ ó ti lọ ṣe Holy Mary. And what is Holy Mary? Ọ̀ṣun ló lọ ń gbà. They put the Ọ̀ṣun in the house, they come to the church, wọ́n á gbómi wá fún yín, wọ́n á ní kẹ́ gbómi wá kẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ wá. All this thing is an act of deceit. Torí pé mo rí pé major issue start from the parent. Òbí tí ò bá ti jẹ́ kí ọmọ ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n máa ń ṣáájú láyé o. Èèyàn máa ń jáde sí ọ̀rọ̀ ara ẹ̀ o. Tó bá ń ṣe tó ń bò fún ọmọ yẹn. Nǹkan tí èèyàn bá fi mú ojú ọmọdé kéré mọ̀ ó máa ń parun ni. Àwọn Yorùbá tó bá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mo fẹ́ kẹ́ fi nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹn pé òòṣà tí èèyàn bá ń ṣe lẹ̀ or anything tẹ́ bá ń practice tó bá jẹ́ an act of success. Ṣé ẹ bá fi hàn àwọn ọmọdé kán búrò pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ wọn ò ní mọ̀ tó bá dàgbà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà.
Àwọn bàbá wa àtàwọn ìyá wa kan not my own parents o. Èmi gbogbo àwọn ọmọ mi I live in America, I live in Georgia. Àwọn ọmọ mọ̀ pé mọ́mọ́ àwọn ń ṣiṣẹ́. Tí wọ́n ti sọ ọmọ máa ní màmá mi kọ́ Nàìjíríà náà they will do iṣẹ́ rí a pé ó mọ̀ ní pé ìyàwó máa ń ṣe iṣẹ́. Nǹkan tó fi pa wá nìyẹn.
Yes.
Pé ká ṣera padà kẹjà sì jẹ́ kẹlẹ́bù kẹlẹ́ má darí kan àgbélépọ̀ ta àfọ̀ràn arọ́bì kí ló ń ṣe wá can't pretend. Àwa dá Amẹ́ríkà ń pretend. Ìgbà tí èèyàn bá débi tíṣẹ́ wà lólóhùn òrìṣẹ́ kò sí aláyẹ nínú tó bá láwọn iṣẹ́ kan tó bá jókòó síwájú ẹ̀ nǹkan tó fẹ́ bí ẹ máa parẹ́ ni. A wò bá ní okay you can go. Torí bó ṣe rí ẹ lásán kí ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sí wèrè tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbé wá síwájú omi ni ó máa gbogbo yìí ẹ máa parẹ́ ni. But the Christianity has already enslaved us ní Africa. Mi rò bí very good. I have a letter on my platform mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pín fáwọn èèyàn. Lẹ́tà tí máa yẹn tó kọ fáwọn missionaries tó lọ sí Congo. I have to go and download the PDF. I started sending it to my people. Ẹ̀ka lẹ́tà yìí o kẹ wá sọ̀tún ẹ̀ àwa jọ ń discuss. Gbogbo àwọn àjọ jẹ́ old school mates tó wà ní Nàìjíríà everybody was shocked. Mo ní now àwa ń sọ pé àwọn pastor wà ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ṣe nǹkan kan. Theory tó wà nílẹ̀ làwọn pastors in Nigeria ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ practice by. If anybody doesn't know that letter, I will let you know it's on Google. Go there and read the letter. You will be afraid. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ìgbàgbọ́. Wọ́n láwọn wá kọ́ wa lọ́lọ́run. Ó ní tactics nìkan lò. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti lo tactics yẹn. Wọ́n ti jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń fi tọ́ wa pé they are demons, they are fetish. They are not fetish, they are not demons.
Ìyá mi kí lorúkọ lẹ́tà yẹn? Kí lorúkọ lẹ́tà yẹn ìyá mi?
Letter from King of Belgium to missionary.
I will put it on the yes tó kọ sí àwọn missionaries nígbà tó wà ní Congo yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Belgium King to missionary ó máa gbé jáde tẹ́tẹ̀ bá mọ orúkọ ẹ̀.
téèyàn bá kalẹ̀ kalẹ̀ ló máa bá yan.
ẹ wo ẹ díẹ̀ mi o ẹ tó sọ pé ìyàwó wà yẹn ẹ jọ ẹ díẹ̀ mi o mo fẹ́ kí èyí tó máa gbé mi níbẹ̀ tó máa gbé mi níbẹ̀ gọ́gọ́gọ́gọ́ ni mo wá o.
Babalọ́lá ni Babalọ́lá.
Babalọ́lá ló láwọn bẹ́ẹ̀. À ń gbọ́rọ̀ yín ìyá wa.
Àwọn èèyàn wa ẹ jẹ́ kí a mọ̀ tẹ bá ṣe téèyàn bá ń tọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ àwọn tó jẹ́ Christian yẹn tẹ bá ń wo social media ẹ̀ rán àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké wọ́n ti ń kọ́ wọn níṣẹ́ pásítọ̀ kí ló dé táwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe náà ò fi máa kọ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn láti ṣẹ́yìn láti kékeré like somebody like me mo mọ bá ṣe ń fọbì pẹ̀lú mo ṣiṣẹ́ wà lamẹ́ríkà yìí mo sì máa ń ra obì fúnra mi máa sọ bí máa ṣe gbẹ torí pé dáàdì mi fi kọ́ mi bí mo ṣe jẹ́ obìnrin yìí.
Òbí yẹn ni mo kọ́ lọ́wọ́ ìyá mi tí ẹ bá kọ́ tí bá jókòó sí mo fẹ́ kọ́ dídá bí yẹn
kó lè fún ara ẹ béèrè kíní yóò dá ifun gbogbo bí mo ṣe wà yìí tí n bá fẹ́ lọ bí iṣẹ́ tí n bá jáde ń yàrá jù mí my father made me to know àwọn èèyàn kan wà tó bá fẹ́ lọ síbi kan irú àwọn èèyàn tó bá pàdé bí òun yẹn ṣe máa rí wàá mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa ṣe.
yes máa kọ́ béèrè sí.
obì náà máa fi olùkóbi béèrè.
obì simple lo ẹni tó fún lọ ara wa. àwa ń tanra wa ẹ wá lọ ń pe pásítọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé òun náà níyàn tó tún máa sẹ́ǹdì orúkọ ẹ̀ sí pásítọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé àdójúkọ tí ẹ̀gbọ́n tí wọ́n bá rí wá lọ ṣọpẹ́ ni wá ló máa yíra ni wọ́n wá gbóríjì wàásù ọ̀rọ̀ tó wá bá wọn sọ tẹ́nìkan kan ò sí níbẹ̀ òun ló máa fi ṣe sample wọ́n máa fi case study ẹ̀ ṣe sample church wọ́n máa ka book of John 3:4 wọ́n á ti wá kà á ní ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé kò tẹ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀ kan pẹ̀lú yín my brother in the Christ brother ẹ̀ wò ló wà ní Christ ọ̀dọ̀ wa lọ fún ẹkún ẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ babaláwo kò sí babaláwo tí bá lọ sọ́dọ̀ Ìjàyà tó bá dáwà fún mi tí bá jáde tẹ́lómi bá wọlé kò ní fọ̀rọ̀ mi ṣe sample tó bá jẹ́ àfáà mi àti bàbá àti pásítọ̀ the next person tó bá wọlé ọ̀rọ̀ yín ló máa sọ fún.
ẹni tó lọ yẹn ẹni tó jáde ìṣòro tó bá wá ní.
ìyá mi pásítọ̀ kan lọ sí Èkìtì pásítọ̀ kan lọ sí ìlú kan lẹ́kìtì ó bẹ̀ sí ní gbọ́ àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe wọ́n á lọ bá pé kó stop ẹ̀ kó gbà ká ṣépè fún báyìí ó rìn ìwọ gbòòlè.
mo jẹ́rìí àwọn yèyé mi ní kí ló ń sọ yìí Èkìtì.
ìlú tó ti bá ó forí jágbódé bí ẹ.
ọmọ tí ò bá ráyé yìí ló máa ní kò sáyé náà.
inú ayé láyé wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà.
and ìbáṣepọ̀ ẹ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ní ayé ó tún determine bí gbogbo nǹkan ṣe máa rí fún yàn mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa mọ̀ yẹn tó bá ń dùpèsè tó ń ṣe tutù ara ẹ tó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ tó bá ń fún ní Ìjẹ̀bú a máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan láti mi máa ń sọ fún wa pé abọ́gibọ̀pẹ̀ kò kí ń tẹ́ confam lọ̀rọ̀ yẹn abọ́gibọ̀pẹ̀ kò ń tẹ́ èèyàn tó bọ̀ Ògún tó bọ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tó ní kọ́ báwọn ṣe tó lọ sí oníṣàngó tó mú tiẹ̀ fún tó mú tọya fún tó ṣọ Ọbàtálá níbo tí nǹkan kan bá ń bọ̀ tó wò bá jẹ́ àwọn ojú tó ṣe kẹ́kẹ̀kẹ́ yẹn ìfúndò gan kíkanú ẹ̀ kó má wà ná kó má ṣe kó pé ìkan ọwọ́ kan máa kún kan 16 arms cannot fail ọwọ́ mẹ́rìndínlógún bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọwọ́ mẹ́rìndínlógún ò ní fail èèyàn láéláé èèyàn kan lóhun òrìn láàrin èèyàn mẹ́fà tí ò bá rìn wá wọ̀ tó ò bá ṣe wọ́ wá gbé.
but 3 in 1 kò lè help anybody tí kò bá ti ṣe
èèyàn kan ò lè nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹn ti pé èèyàn kan ò lè sọ pé òun ò rìn náà yẹ́sà.
ó yé wa nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ tẹ́ bá ti délẹ̀ mo fẹ́ fèsì sí ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ kọ́kọ́ sọ yẹn mà.
èmi náà fẹ́ béèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ yín kí ló gbà mí.
nǹkan tí mi máa sọ ni pé iṣẹ́ ní.
ẹni sùúrù yàwá ẹni sùúrù yàwá.
ẹ̀yà wa òbí ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ wa mọ̀ pé kíní yìí ó ń jẹ́ ó dẹ̀ wà.
ok ìyá mi fẹ́ béèrè question kan kí lẹ mìíràn wípé àwọn bàbá ló máa sọ pé kẹlẹ mú pápá yẹ mú kíní kan wá ṣe bí kan tí bàbá sọ lọ́mọ ní kọ́ lọ mú wá. ifọ̀ lè béèrè òkè
ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ tọ̀rọ̀ fún wa ọmọ Ìjàyà let me tell you ọmọ Jèrùgbé ni mí èèyàn tó bá wà nínú ilé tó bá mọ̀ túmọ̀ yá mọ̀ kan tí mo mí pé àwọn Jèrùgbé màrí o ọmọ aṣọ
àwọn fake babaláwo nìyẹn
èyí làwa ń jẹ́ là ń lè wa ọmọ mi ti ní ṣe rí àwọn ìṣẹ̀láì ifá òfin balẹ̀ kó má yàn nǹkan gbogbo èèyàn ẹni tó bá jẹ́ babaláwo ń bẹ̀ yẹn kó dáhùn mo rí pé màá nàgbàwo yẹn ti lọ kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣe close ọmọ babaláwo tó wọ́n máa yàn àwọn kan wà wọ́n máa yan in a very ó máa pọ̀ gan voluminous.
ní tí mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá wa
ẹ lè já wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lóòótọ́ babaláwo tó bá lóòótọ́ kò ní
ìyá wa mi mọ̀ pé pọ́ìntì tí mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀
lé lórí
ní Ìjàyà béèrè yẹn ni èmi náà dẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ṣé rí mo sọ nǹkan kan ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ìgbà tí mo padà wọlé ní ìdájí mo ní ọ̀tọ̀ ní babaláwo ọ̀tọ̀ ládáhùn ṣe ọ̀tọ̀ lóníṣègùn mo ti ra ẹ̀dẹ̀ mo ti ra ẹ̀dẹ̀ òbúkọ gbogbo ẹ̀ kalẹ̀ rí táwọn olúwo mi mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta tí bá fẹ́ túraká fáwọn òṣìṣà mi mo lè pe babaláwo mẹ́ta mo lè pe mẹ́rin kálukú máa dáfà tiẹ̀ àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta gbogbo ẹran ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí mo rà gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n ní rárá o ìgbín lásán ní fàmí gbà o Ògún rèé wọ́n ní ṣu ẹ̀sùn ṣu àtàkùkọ díẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ti rà pé bùkọ́ máa fún
Mo ń gbọ́ yín sà.
jẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi Ọ̀ṣun rèé ẹyẹlé ló lóun fẹ́ gbà èyí tí mo rò búkọ fún nìkan ló gbòbúkọ gbogbo ẹran tó kù apá jẹ ni tẹ́rí babaláwo yàtọ̀ fún babaláwo oníṣègùn yàtọ̀ fún oníṣègùn adáhunṣe tó yàtọ̀ fádáhunṣe
Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
ṣe láwọn babaláwo kan wà tó jẹ́ pé ní kàríkà shop yóò 419 ni wọ́n kí là ń pè ní 419 ẹni tó rí rẹ̀ gba obì àtomi tútù àtoyin tẹni kó lọ rẹja àrọ̀ wá torí pé ó fẹ́ jẹ pẹpẹ súpù lálẹ́ kò síbi tí ò sí kàńdá nínú rẹ̀ sí tó yẹ yín mà ṣe rí nǹkan ẹyọ kan tó wà ní kẹ́ lọ mọ̀ tí ifá bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé ní ẹra pẹ́pẹ́yẹ ẹra ẹyẹ ẹtù kẹfì bọrí ẹra òkété tó fi ṣèpèsè fún yín ẹ̀kọ èkuru bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tí babaláwo bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ní ẹ sọ fún lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kò sí babaláwo ṣe máa jọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ tó kò ní mówó àpò ẹ̀ kó fi rúbọ fún ẹ o èèwọ̀ òrìṣà. so ìyá wa tẹ́ sọ àlẹ́ wrong ẹ right ó depend lórí ibi tẹ́ bá lọ bàbá wa òkè àgbà owó ti wọlé padà ó depend lórí ibi tẹ́ bá lọ babaláwo ò ní dáfá fún yín kó tó wọ́n bọ àpò ẹ̀ fún kó wá lóun ló máa ra nǹkan ètùtù fún yín kò possible o tí ó dẹjọ́ ló bí yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni a mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Mo yẹ táwọn pásítọ̀ yẹn máa ń ṣáàjì sí ni tẹ́bá ní kọ́ iṣẹ́ fún yín 350 400,000 500 600 àáfà àti pásítọ̀.
Ìjáyà àdìsíyà yìí lè fà é.
Nígbà tó bá bèrè èjì tẹ́ní 60 yẹn tọ́ní kan lọ ra Quran 60 àwọn máa pín fún mọ́ṣáláṣí 60 ṣẹ́mi tó máa tayọ kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Ìjáyà.
Voluntary services.
Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ní sọ́pẹ́ kẹrì àwa ọmọ àníkẹ́ fún àwọn olówó ẹ̀ káwọn lọ rà á ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Òótọ́ ló ń sọ o, kò purọ́ òótọ́ ní ìjà ń sọ o, 100%. Yes.
Àwọn bá bèrè pé kí ni dé kan gbà fún àwọn oṣù tó ní yẹn.
Bible 48 years ní Quran 48 lè máa rà.
Ọmọọba. Ọmọọba.
Bàbá mo wà ń bí mo jáyé o.
Mo rò pé ẹ̀yin identify àwọn oníṣègùn adáhunṣe.
No, ìyá wa ní ọ̀rọ̀ kan la bá débẹ̀.
Nẹ́tíwọ̀kì ló já mi bọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìdáyà náà ṣe sọ.
No, ẹ̀yin lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọn ti dá yín kúrò.
No, nẹ́tíwọ̀kì ló já mi.
Ok. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mi sà? Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ìyàwó yẹn béèrè. Ìjáyà ti.
Àgbáwo mo ti DM yín o, ẹ sẹ́ni nọ́mbà yín sí oníkan ní fẹ́ bá yín sọ àgbáwo.
Mo ti follow ẹ sunrise mo wà pẹ̀lú yín.
So tẹ bá wo àwọn ayẹ ọgbọ̀n ni wọ́n fi ń sọ àgbàdo wọn di ọ̀tọ̀ palẹ̀ kò dé bọ́yàn nínú Christianity. Irú nǹkan tí Ìjáyà sọ yẹ pé ọ̀nà nípa lọ mú iye kan báyìí wá yẹ wọ́n lè sọ yí pé kí o àwọn fẹ́ kọ́lé ìjọsìn o wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti 10 million tó rántí mọ̀ wípé àwọn bíi mẹ́ta méjì wà nínú ìjọ yẹn wọ́n lè fáwọn 5 million táwọn màmá tó lórí 5 million. Látòrí 10 million yẹn wọ́n á padà lórí 1 million wọ́n tó dé láti 10 million sí 1 million kan tírílíọ̀n bíi mẹ́ta sí mẹ́rin láti jáde wípé òun fún ọ ní 5 million 2 million 3 million látòrí 1 million kó tó di 100,000.
Kí ló dé táwọn babaláwo láǹfààní irú yẹn?
Ìjẹ́ wọn ti
wọ́n ṣì ń bọ̀ lórí 10,000 wọ́n ṣì ń bọ̀ lórí 5,000 o.
O ṣeun.
Tó bá dé 5,000 ṣe wá ní 5,000 yẹn owó tó máa ní lórí 5,000 ó máa pọ̀ jà àwọn tó gbé 10 million sílẹ̀ because gbogbo congregation ló máa jábọ̀ 5,000 yẹn sìn. Èrò máa yapa.
Ìjáyà wo program tí bàbá Adébúlé ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí 1 billion ní orí 1 billion ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà.
Mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sítórì kékeré kan ẹjọ́ lórí tẹ̀sán ẹni o àfa kan wà lùwà ni wọ́n ń pàfà yẹn lọ́la yá ṣé ń gbọ́ mi. Iwájú Central Mosque Ẹdẹ ló máa ń dúró sí iwájú Central Mosque Ẹdẹ tó ó ti máa ń wá lọ́dọọdún ó ti wá bí ọdún mẹ́ta ká tó ka àwọn tẹ̀dẹ̀ ń wò ní ọ̀nà ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí mò ń sọ yìí wọn àgbádùn tó náà ń bọ̀ Ṣàngó wọn ń bọ eégún tiwọn wọ́n wá láìkí ibi tán bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ìmọ̀ tí wọ́n máa ń rí ń bẹ̀ babaláwo gan máa fi lé awó lẹ̀ nílùú ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí ó lọ gbọ́n tí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ń bẹ̀ ó lè mọ̀ wúlò fún ó ti wá ní ọdún méjì àbí ọdún ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta lálẹ́ kó pa àfà confam ni ọdún àkọ́kọ́ tá a bá ti bá prógámù débì kan yóò wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ẹ̀yin oní 1000 ẹ̀ máa mú wá ẹ̀yin oní 500 ẹ̀ máa mú wá ẹ̀yin tó bá ní 200 mà tí ì wá báyìí o ìfi ń dá wákà àsáwò èèyàn ti ń stọ́dì ó wàá gba owó yẹn débi ó ní 20 naira iwájú Central Mosque tí àfáà ń dúró sí kò rántí ra gílóòbù síbẹ̀ kọ́mọláfẹ́ ọláyàwó lọ́dún kìíní àgbà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo wa dáwó mọ́gọ́jọ àfáà kówó wa lọ ó tún dọdún kejì ó tún wá àwọn èèyàn wá ti observe ibi 100,000 láfáà ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ láì ṣe kankan ẹ wá dá sọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́ndẹ̀ náírà ni ó kọ́kọ́ máa wá 100,000 oní 50,000 kọ́ wá tẹ̀lé bówùfẹ́ ọlọ́àmọ́ rẹ̀ ti fi ilẹ̀ o wọ́n lè mọ́ ju 5-6 lọ ṣe rí gbò bá ti wá kó ní 20 naira gbogbo ìlú ní ọ̀yà wọlé o
gbogbo ìlú ní náà
àfọ̀bàbínú ìgbà pé 100,000 ẹ̀wá o ìgbà pé 50,000 ẹ̀wá àwa pé 20 naira ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀dẹ̀ láhùn àwọn ẹ̀wá ò pé wáì ṣé bọ́ọ̀lù lẹ́ ń gba ìtọrẹ àánú fún ìtò bá dé kálukú ní ọ̀sẹ̀ àṣẹ tí ẹdí ò sí ń bẹnu rẹ̀ tẹ́dí ò sọ ọdún kẹta náà bá ní wàásù ìtòdé wọ́n ti ń ta wáyà náà bọ́n ṣe mọ́ táwọn àwọn ọmọ kan ní gbogbo orí wọn jọ náà táwọn wí bá a fa ṣe ní ẹ ń bá 100,000 ẹ mọ́ mú wá wọ́n ní ètà àti fún láti ọdún mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn ẹ kó jáde ẹnìkan ló sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́yìn pé máìkì bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ ń silent ọmọ igbó yẹn ló kàn án náà sí pé tẹ́ ẹ ti ń gbà láti ọdún yìí àfáàmúlẹ̀ kó sí àfi bí ìgbà tí ọmọ yẹn lu everybody ní igi lórí ìta àárín ní òkúta ò láàrin wá sí látọdún yẹn àfáàyàn òde ọ̀dọ̀ wa mọ́ o ní tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni wípé tí kò bá sí ẹnìkan tí Ọlọ́run fọwọ́ tọ́ lọ́kàn 20 years to this time a máa dá owó jọ fáfáì láì ní ìtumọ̀ ní sá ẹjọ́ ṣé scam ló jọ ní àbówó òtúsílẹ̀ àbọ́lọ̀ náà gbà tú tí babaláwo tó bá jáde
lóòótọ́ fi lọ bá Ọlọ́run gbà Ọlọ́run ló báǹkì.
fọlọ́n ló ní ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí 100,000 tí wọn ò bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí 50 naira tó bá di bí 20 naira fọwọ́ àmọ́ sọ àṣẹ sí ẹdẹ àṣẹ àwọn ọmọ tí ọkọ̀ yà ń bọ̀ wọ èdè ni ẹwọ ẹja máa ṣe dáadáa kò sí téèyàn ṣe tí ò lẹ́sàn gbogbo ìwọ tó bá mọ̀ yẹn gbá èyí ó gba ẹnìkan tí ó yí lọ́wọ́ ìkan lọ́mọ mi ń sọ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi ó ná gbáyàn èèyàn 12 àwọn 12 wọn kó wọn lọ àárín wọn mọ́ nígbà tẹ gbáyàn tẹ tún gbẹ̀mí ẹ̀ só yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àáfàá náà pé àwọn yẹn o ní Nàìjíríà ló ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
ṣèbí àwa la gbóhùn sókè àníkọ́ tú Kùránì sí Yorùbá fún wa nǹkan tẹ̀ ń kà tá a gbọ́.
kò lè ṣe tú nígbà tá à ń tú ní ìsìn àwa náà ń gbọ́ tá a gbọ́ nínú ẹ̀ ibi tí wọ́n bá ti ń ké tàbátì àdáńgbà kan èmi máa believe pé no sẹ́ni pa tàbátì àdá lèmi fi máa ṣeré báyìí káàkiri tí ì tẹ̀ rí kẹ́kẹ́ kó ya wèrè rí tàbátì àdá dáná ń sọ yìí ṣé máa ń lé oògùn tó lágbára tó bá fi ṣàṣeyàn ni.
ẹ̀yin ò ní gbà tá a tu kò sí nǹkan kan bẹ̀.
téèyàn bá mú gan yóò ya wèrè èmi ti mú tàbátì àdá bí ẹ̀mẹ́fà so yẹn tó fẹ́ ké tàbátì àdá fún mi gan ní ìsìn definitely yóò bá lára mi mo tún sọ̀rọ̀ tàbátì àdá mo ti mi odidi Kùránì so possible kéèyàn mi odidi Kùránì ṣá ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ó yóò wọ́rì mi náà ẹ wo àwọn ẹsẹ̀ fà kan bẹ ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́nu pé ẹjọ́ jáde lẹ́nu èèyàn ṣé rọ ni kí n sọ.
kò nídìí bàbá mọ̀ àwa náà mọ̀.
ẹ sọ Kùránì tí mo lè ké tẹ́jọ́ jáde lẹ́nu mi ẹ sọ Kùránì tí mo ké tẹ́jọ́ jáde.
bàbá àgbàwo àbọ̀rú àbọ̀yìsàn.
gbogbo àtọ.
ifá kan wà tí obìnrin bá wà nù oyún tó bá lé lóṣù 8 tó bá kọ̀sẹ̀ 2 tó máa bímọ kò nídìí kẹ́ ẹ rí tó bá gbé fóònù sétí tẹ́ bá kà á sàn fáyẹn sí létí oyún yóò wà lé.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ohun àgbà ni.
tó kí wàá ní à ń dààmú ara wa fún.
náà ni a sọ pé kẹ́ ẹ mọ́ kàwé yín àmọ́ ẹ gbà pé ìwé àti ìtúsílẹ̀ yìí ó nọ́mà Yorùbá ló ní sẹ́ ẹ gbàgbọ́ níta ń sọnù.
ẹ ti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan àgbà o Quran àti Bible just ordinary story book ni wọ́n kò ṣe anything.
novel
bí ìbàdí mi ṣe ń sọ ànúmọ́rígbà ordinary newspaper live. so ẹ̀yìn kan máa waste time lórí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wọn yẹn.
ànúmọ́rígbà ti lọ nà kò sí níwọ̀n.
ó ti lọ kò sí níbà yìí mọ́.
ok
àwọn tọ́lọ́hún bless.
mi mọ̀.
platform yìí
àjà ewé àtẹkù.
platform yìí náà ni mo ti sọ́njọ́ kan wípé olè ó kó owó lọ nínú Kùránì bàbá mi tẹ́ ẹ bá gbàgbé ìmẹ́ tó wà program ìjọ yẹn olè wọlé èmi nìkan mo yajú lẹ̀ tí mo sì rí tán kó owó lọ nínú Kùránì.
mo gbọ́ tọ́wọ́ kówó nínú mọ́ṣáláṣí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá mi sì fi oògùn olè sẹ́yìn kùlé èmi sì mú oògùn olè sára olè ò sì ṣe mí ní nǹkan kan tó yẹ kó lè rówó kó láàrin àwọn ìdàlẹ́ ìlú Kùránì ó ra sọ́lẹ̀ gíní.
wọ́n fẹ́ jí àlà gan.
kálà bá wà náà.
bàbá wọn fẹ́ jí àlà gan wọ́n gbé àlà ní Kàbá wọ́n kó sójà síbẹ̀ ni.
lóòótọ́.
eré ìlú làwọn ṣe béèrè ni.
táwọn tó fẹ́ gbé ebéèrè tí wọ́n máa ń gbá wọn ṣáájú wọ́n á gbé dandan.
àwọn èèyàn ń wá láti jí.
wọ́n á gbé dànù kí ni tí ló ń jálà.
èmi máa ẹ̀sìn ẹ̀sìn èyí lọ jíde ni.
àwọn kan kọ́lẹ̀kùn yẹn wọlé lọ jí àlàgbé.
èmi èso òsà tèmi èmi ètìlẹ̀kùn máa òpin bá tiẹ̀ tilẹ̀kùn máa lẹ̀kùn aládàánu.
ìsínà.
so mo máa ẹ̀sìn ẹ̀sìn èyí lọ gbé. so tí n bá gbé wọn ò fi lè mọ̀ pé àwọn oníyì gan ní agbára ṣùgbọ́n látijọ́ mo ti ń retí ká gbé wọn òró lè yálé mi rí o. wọ́n gbé òṣàlẹ̀ tó péré lè mú mi tí mo sì jogún lọ́wọ́ bàbá mi.
ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí rí ọmọ bẹ̀ ó lè rí bẹ̀ ìwé ìdí dọ́gbọ́n sí.
òṣà mẹ́ta péré
báwo ló lè fẹ́ wọlé
mẹ́ta péré ni mo ní.
mo mọ àbá kan ní Ìjẹ̀bú.
òṣà mẹ́ta péré.
Ìjẹ̀bú
méjì ṣé ẹ sọ fún yín méjì ló ya wèrè jù bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹyọ kan lára mọ́. ṣé wàá rè tó járe mọ́ ohun torí pé ó jẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ àti ẹ̀mọ́ sun yàrá ni bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni ń gbọ́ téèyàn bá fẹ́ kí n fi ṣe dáadáa.
ẹ purọ́ yóò ṣàyàwó mi náà ni ẹ purọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ.
méjì yòókù èso ti yan o méjì yòókù èso ti yan o.
mẹ́sàn-án ló ní.
mẹ́ta lèmi ni mi ò ní parọ́ mẹ́ta péré mẹ́ta mi mọ̀ díẹ̀ èyí tí mo mọ̀ díẹ̀ mo gbé sùn.
wow that's good.
èyí tí mo mọ̀ dí rẹ̀ nílé àti ẹjọ́ sùn tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́n mú ogbó àtọ tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́n mú mo mọ tí mo lè fi bẹ́ẹ̀ méjì yòókù.
ẹ̀làbọ̀ yẹ.
àbọ̀ ìbọn ṣiṣẹ́
ẹ dárúkọ ẹ fún wa.
máa òṣàwò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ò ló kọ.
ẹ dájàyà lóhùn náà bàbá.
wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ dárúkọ ẹ̀.
òṣà mi àkọ́kọ́ ní Ifá tààjọ́ sùn tààjọ́ jí.
that's one.
òṣà kejì ní kíní tí ń dún tí mo bá lọ́dọ̀ bàbá mi tí ìmọ̀ bó ṣe ṣe ìyìn lè gbé kúrò. òṣà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta ni ògùn tán rì mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí máa ń rin fúnra rẹ̀ láì fepo sí. ìyìn lè gbógun tulẹ̀ o mi sì lè gbé tí ń dún tí ń dé ìwọ́nú ilé yìí mi ì mọ bó ṣe débẹ̀ ìyá tó jẹ́ àgbà inú ilé ló sọ pé bàbá rẹ̀ kẹ́rù kan síbi ìtukùtù lèmi tún gbà mo ti lọ́kọjá dé tẹ́ ẹ bá gbọ́ history mi mo ní mo lọ sí Kogi State lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n ìyá mi kan tó lápò tí ẹ̀ rí asọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan èmi dé sí ilé ní ya 2000 ṣé ń gbọ́ tí mo sọ yìí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sọ.
nígbà tí mo ti believe pé mi náà ti di wòlíì mo ti lágbára àti jóde àpótí ẹ̀rí ni mo wá wákùwà tí mo lọ túlé kan tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ìtàn yìí gùn mo yà síbẹ̀ ní ọmọọba ìtàn yẹn gùn. àṣé mi ò wòlíì kankan àṣejó lásán mò ń jó nígbà mo débẹ̀ ẹ wò ó mo bá méjì yẹn tó lágbára ṣùgbọ́n kí n lè ní agbára lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ló jẹ́ kémi lọ wá Ifá pọn tó fi ṣẹlẹ̀ kẹta ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín báyìí. mo lóòṣà tí ń dún tí mo fi ń béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ tí kò sì ń parọ́ fún mi mo sì tún ní Ifá tí mo máa ń dà bíi tiẹ̀ mọ́ torí dókítà ni èmi, ewé àtegbò ni èmi máa ń ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lọ́wọ́ díẹ̀ mi ẹ̀rí oògùn lèmi máa ń ṣe, mi ò mọ̀ ń pa fá much. Wọ́n ṣẹ́fá fún mi ní pé kémi náà ní fá ìlòsà tí mo ní mo gbé sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Torí mo believe pé tí n bá bá ifá yẹn sọ yín máa ṣe. Ẹni tó sì ṣẹ́fá fún mi gan tó fi nǹkan kan síbẹ̀ wípé tó bá rú mi lójú kí n béèrè nǹkan láàrin ọjọ́ mẹ́ta o. Èyí ò níbi ti fá mi. Nígbà mo wá gbé Kùránì kalẹ̀ tí mo béèrè nǹkan láàrin ọjọ́ mẹ́wàá tí mo lo Bíbélì fógún ọdún. Ó lé Kùránì fógún oṣù tí mo wá lo fáfọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta ṣé mo gọ̀ ni? Bí wọn ò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sọ fún mi pé ìṣẹ̀ṣe yìí ọ̀nà ni ṣé kò yẹ kí n lo làákàyè ni? Ẹni ka Psalm 24 sínú ilé, mo ka Psalm 24 sínú ilé, inú ilé tó jóná. Ẹnìkan dẹ̀ ní kí n mú egun màálù kí n fi wá wájú ta wa, gbogbo ilé tèmi ò jóná ṣé mo gọ̀ ni? Ẹja ṣe làákàyè ọmọ Yorùbá o.
ṣe rí àtìgbà tí iṣu yìí tó ti hot níyí ẹ̀yìn mi ò lè parọ́ fún yín. Ìṣọwọ́ tí mo fi rí owó ra dátà èmi gan mi ò mọ̀.
Wọ́n tún àṣírí yẹn fún yàn, gbogbo ẹni tó bá ti gbàgbọ́ kò ní sọ́fà dátà bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣe ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi náà. Bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí àwọn kan sì ń wò mí program wọ́n sì tún ṣe dátà sí mi. Wàláì.
I'm telling you, mo ṣe rí dátà
bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn.
So ìgbà tá a lè sọ̀rọ̀ lónìí
ọmọ bá ẹ dẹ mọ̀ pé àrògùn ajíṣẹ́ sọ ọmọ ajífọjọ́ gbogbo dàbí egbin. Ṣé ìlú kan láti wá?
No.
Ọmọ ọgbọ Ọ̀yọ́ lè tá ìbẹjọ kọ máa jà wá.
Babalọlá don't forget.
Babalọlá lè ń béèrè wọ nígbàgbé àwa náà máa rán wọn létí.
Ẹ má wọrí ní
ọmọ àwòrán ọmọ wa ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Jaya, but mo fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan o. Sunrise tó bá fẹ́ rú àwọn ọmọ yìí kì í ṣe àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n máa sọ pé bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ bá sùn yẹn á lọ o. Wàá ronú sí dáadáa o kó tó ṣe o. Please. Thank you. Online la wà. Ó yẹ kí èèyàn sọ online la wà. So ó yẹ kí èèyàn sọ dáadáa kó tó di pé ó dáwọ́lé ojú ọ. Thank you.
Àní wọn mú kó sọ̀rọ̀ àṣìká ní ìyá olóòṣà ni okó yẹn ò ní lè mọ́.
Agbáwo.
Ó dàbí pé tó fẹ́ ká bọ okó fún ẹ ó lóun ò gbọ́rú ẹ̀ rí. Mi náà máa ń bọ okó fóbìnrin tóbìnrin ò bá lórí ọkùnrin wọn máa ń bọ okó fún. Yes. Náà tóbìnrin náà bá lórí obìnrin wọn máa gbé àgbàlagbà jókòó máa ṣí òkú sílẹ̀ wọn máa bọ́.
Yes now.
Ó bẹ́ bòbò fún.
Babaláwo lẹ́yìn. Ọmọ ìsàlẹ̀ yín ni.
Orílẹ̀ mi ń bọ èmi ẹbọ kó orílẹ̀ mi ń bọ.
Wọ́n ń bọ okó, wọ́n ń bọ òbò, wọ́n ń bọ orí, wọ́n ń bọ ẹsẹ̀, wọ́n ń bọ ọwọ́ tó wà lọ́wọ́ wa yìí.
Ibo la tún já sí.
Tó bá dà ń yúru sọ́ra ìsinsìnyí tó bá ti fún lóbìnrin máa mú lọ rí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi a máa lọ bọ idọ́ fún a máa lọ bòbò fún.
Sọ́ra ẹ̀sìn ò ní ìdí obìnrin.
Ọlọ́run kò ní pẹ́sẹ́ ní ìdílé tó máa ń káyé.
Àtò bá ní ìdí obìnrin yà á fẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe o wọ́n lọ fẹ́ àwọn rìdí.
Ṣé kò ní sọ́ra ìlú wa?
A máa bọ́dọ̀ fún ẹ̀yà.
Tó bá ní
bọ́dọ̀ fún ẹ̀yà sunshine tí bàbá Yorùbá ti ìjọba ìbá fún ẹ̀yà wá sí sí o.
Ẹ bá ní wá sí sí o. Ẹ bá ní wá sí sí o.
Èkìtì ni àwọn ọlọ́mọ yẹn wà.
Ìjàyà ẹ bá mi wá sí sí o.
Ọlọ́run ṣe mo lọ́fíìsì kan láti kẹ́ni lágbè.
Èkìtì lọ́mọ yẹn wà o.
Ẹ bá lọ fẹ́ kìtà tó ń dúró wọn dúró ní ọkọ̀.
Ìjàyà.
Àfi tẹ́kìtì bá fẹ́ kìtì ló máa dúró ní ọkọ̀ tó ń do bá fẹ́ òǹdó ló máa dúró ní
Ìjàyà.
ọkọ̀ tó bá fọmọ Èkó kò ní dúró ní ọkọ̀ tó bá fọmọ Ìbàdàn kò ní dúró ní ọkọ̀ tó bá fẹ́ Èkó kò ní dúró ní ọkọ̀.
Ìjàyà ẹ bá mi wá sí sí o.
Ọmọ ìlú Sunrise. Sunrise ọmọ ìlú.
Ìjàyà ẹ bá mi wá sí sí o.
Sisi wo ni David ń wá? Sisi wo ni David ń wá? Sisi wo lẹ ń wá kiri? Sunrise ọmọ ìlú ọmọ ìlú yẹn Sunrise.
Ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ state ìyá mi Ọ̀ṣun.
Bàbá Dave ṣé ẹ fẹ́ ya evangelist?
Ọ̀ṣun wa.
Rárá o.
Kí ló dé wọ́n ti dàgbà jù?
Rárá mi irọ́.
Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ mọ́ mi?
Long.
Ó máa kárí gan.
lọ́hùn.
gbogbo láti já sí báyìí pé ọlọ́run jáyà.
ìkọjá àyè ní HSC ìkọjá àyè nìyẹn.
93 ẹ máa gbádùn ẹ̀ kò tó fún
wàhálà.
93 ẹni tó máa sìnkú àdúgbò.
ẹ lè drop mi.
Baba Dave àgbàyà lẹ́yìn inú.
Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ti ti sílẹ̀.
Sá.
Àgbàyà ni.
Anybody lọ́bì kan ọ̀la nílẹ̀ máa mọ́.
Ìjà ẹ̀ ní
gbogbo wa o.
Èmi àti Ìjayà tá ti wá ń wà bí láti bí 3 days nǹkan èmi Ìjayà àti Dave. Ẹ máa ń bẹ anywhere o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
3 days no sleeping.
Àti ọmọ ọba.
Ó yẹ ká ní ìjọba ká o.
Yes, àti ọmọ ọba.
Ẹjọ́ máa jọ yín padà sílẹ̀ bá mọ́ ẹjọ́.
3 days now àti sùn 3 days run out.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
Wàhálà bí.
Ó jẹ àná yẹn ṣe gbomi mu program àná yẹn gbomi mu.
Àná yẹn àná yẹn mad gan man.
Tábà wá fà bí búkúbúkú bí lánàá.
Àná yẹn bá
ìjọba síbì ojú ayé lèmi tí máa ń bá wọn fà á.
Wọ́n sá lọ láti náà ni.
Ìjayà
nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ kí sọ tó bá yọ àwọn obìnrin ṣe lọ wọlé tọ́nà wọn láìpẹ́ àwọn gbádùn bó ṣe ń yọ̀.
Àwọn mẹ́ta kan wọ́n láìkì Ìjayà wọ́n máa láìkì Ìjayà gan lánàá yẹn o Culture àti Nora àti Nero wọ́n láìkì Ìjayà gan.
Ó ga jù wọ́n rọ̀ wọlé gidi gan ni wọ́n ní Ìjayà ẹni àwọn ò ní fi Ìjayà lọ́rùn sílẹ̀ àwọn ò ní gbà ọ́.
Woman yẹn ò lọ di 6 o'clock o woman yẹn ò kúrò online di 6 o'clock.
Ó
ṣe lè fẹ́ dènà de Ìjayà ni. Ọmọ ẹ
jẹ́ lọ sùn kí bọ́ bá tó méjì bá dà ní dùnú lọ́la.
Ó dàbí ògúnfe tó jẹ́ kó ní lọ.
Nira ó náà lọ ó ló máa send petition sí ẹ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àbẹ́ẹ̀ni máa send petition sí.
Ọlọ Áfíríkà ẹ̀ wọ́n fọ́ ní at times.
Ó rí rẹ̀ ni wọ́n lè takú sórí ṣó dàárọ̀ wọ́n máa lọ.
Ó takú dàárọ̀ ni o ó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ilẹ̀ mọ́ ni o rẹ̀ ni o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo gbé wọn wọlé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ pé kí n gbá wọn wọlé tó bá ti lè gbé wọn tí bí Queen ṣe lọ jíròrò nìyẹn nìkan bí wọn.
Queen kan lọ gbé wọn wọlé ní.
Nìkan bí 4 bí Queen ṣe lọ gbé wọn wọlé nìyẹn. Mọ ìfẹ́ sáré máa ṣe pé ta ló gbé wọn wọlé ta ló gbé wọn wọlé.
Bàbá tó bá wọn padà.
Abẹ́ crazy man. Man.
Èmi ò dé láìkí ìranù tó bá ti sọ ìṣìlẹ̀ tó bá ti kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tọ́pì kẹ́ni pé ìranù ló fẹ́ sọ máa já ẹ sígbó ni.
Wasting of time.
Ìjà sọ̀rọ̀ láwọn yòókè wọ́n fẹ́ wọ́n bá tún jà wálẹ̀. Adẹ̀gbádùn music lánàá music lóríṣiríṣi ọmọ ọba
àwọn ọba wọn fún wa dáradára lánàá yẹn.
Ọmọ bá bẹ́tà DJ gangan DJ ò mọ music fún wa ebi DJ ti play music fún wa rí bàbá rẹ̀ DJ gbádùn music DJ tó wá play DJ gbádùn àwọn music tó gbádùn àwọn music tá a tẹ̀ gbórúkọ ẹ̀ àwọn wèrè music.
Àwọn Yusuf Ọlátúnjí gbogbo ẹ̀ lóṣìṣì náà fún wa ní ọmọọba náà fún wa lánàá Wàsíù wọ́n fún wa gbogbo ẹ̀ tó lọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
A ní mo sùn mo jó mọ́jú ni.
Ọdún tó mọ̀ ṣe ìjọba wà tún ní nǹkan fàájì lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kọ́ra máa da ẹ̀ṣá kọ́ra máa fi pa lọ.
Mọ̀ra ń ṣàgbó mi kékeré.
Kó máa dàsẹ́yà ṣẹ́ṣẹ́ṣẹ́.
Mọ̀ra ń ṣàgbó mi kékeré.
Ọ̀rọ̀ olè dùn náà.
Mọ̀ra ń ṣàgbó sórí. Lókè o, mo ti gbọ́. Inú òtútù yìí.
Ó lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Tí ọba tí kìíní bẹ́ẹ̀ ká fi mísíkì sí ká máa gbá.
Ọ̀rọ̀ rádaràda.
Wọ́n bá débi. Kò yé mi o. A ní àwọn ọmọ over 40 kú ẹ̀yin bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ Oríyọmí tó wà láyé òun dẹ̀ ló pa wọ́n ẹni kọ́ sílẹ̀ ta ló máa rẹ̀ sún fún àwọn tó kú yẹn táwọn ọmọ yín bá wà mẹ́jẹ́ ni ẹ kọ́ sí sílẹ̀ òun dẹ̀ ló wọ́n bí òun ni coordinator òun ni event planner
òun náà ló máa bí léèrè kò sẹ́lẹ̀ mi tó máa bí léèrè.
ẹ bá ní o ń ṣoore tó bá ṣoore náà tó ní ẹ bá pààyàn ó máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n yes tó bá ṣoore.
bí mo ṣe wà tí n bá ṣe nǹkan tí n bá find guilty kan kọ́fìyà jẹ̀mí gbèmí ń sọ́lẹ̀ kan yẹn.
ó kọ́ ẹ pé tó bá ṣoore
tó bá pààyàn. mo jẹ́ kí ní kan kọ́fìyà jẹ̀mí tí n bá tẹ̀ màá ní kẹ́jẹ́ kí n lọ fún pọ́lítì.
tó bá kú ní díẹ̀ wàá gba máa slọ́tà.
màá lọ ọgbọ́n bẹ̀ ni orí mi tí ọ̀gá náà pé tí n bá ti fẹ́ ó jìyà yẹn. ìgbàdúrà ní pé mi ò sẹ̀ wá fi mí lẹ̀.
wàá gba máa slọ́tà. wàá gba máa slọ́tà tó bá ṣe deliberately mọ́tà lọ́ máa ṣàjẹ́ fún.
sẹ́wọ̀n wá jẹ́ nǹkan tán àgbọ̀dì ni ló ń bà lẹ́rù àwọn tó ń lọ síbẹ̀ àwọn tó ń tirán lẹ́wọ̀n tí Oríyọmí tó ń tirán lẹ́wọ̀n nǹkan ẹ̀mí tó ń tirán lẹ́wọ̀n kí ló ń bò lẹ́rù bí wọ́n bá sọ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n kí ló bà lẹ́rù kò yẹ kẹ́wọ̀n bà lẹ́rù.
àti gbogbo program ẹjọ́ kan because gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn illiterate ni wọ́n lè defend ara wọn dáadáa ó ní ẹ̀ lọ́lé ẹ̀ lọ ságodi ni wọn o bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ ń gbọ̀n báyìí Ọlọ́run pápákọ̀ ti sáré kó wọn jáde wọn ní kó wọn lọ ságodi ìwọ náà wá ṣẹ̀ wá ní òní ságodi ó máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ìwọ ló máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n àwọn ọmọ yẹn
ó ti wà lágodi báyìí
ọmọ yẹn gbà bẹ́ẹ̀.
àbí ó lágbára ó gẹ́tà síbi
wọ́n ní ọmọ 40 something kú ẹni anybody ò ní responsible ẹni wọ́n ṣoore ó lè wèrè wọ́n nìyẹn tó bá ṣoore tó bá já sí kú wàá gba manslaughter sórí ìkọ́ tó bá ṣoore yẹn fún kò ní kú á wà láyé tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá pè wọ́n pé kó wá jẹ ráìsì kó wá gba oríṣiríṣi ṣé wọ́n máa wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ní síbẹ̀ náà ṣókù máa kú okú kọ́kọ́ ní kú náà wọ́n ṣàkú ní last month. àwọn tó máa kú àwọn tó tún kú tó wájú ọmọ kéékèèké tó lè jà fúnra wọn wọ́n ní ká má jà fún wọn. àwọn ọmọ tẹ pa togotogo.
ó lágbára oníkàlùkù wa ń pòkú jáde mi ò rírú ẹ̀rí o mi ò rírú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ̀yin oṣù abiyamọ ni ẹ̀wá náà wọn kọ̀ wọ́n kóra wọn jọ àwọn abiyagba ìyá.
ẹlòmíì bíi sí báyìí nínú àwọn tó kó lọ́wọ́ yẹn báyìí ẹlòmíì ìdí ó ń lé òkú tọ̀ mú ẹlòmíì ọmọ kan pé ló bí kò dé lọ́mọ kankan mọ́ ó tẹ̀ ti lọ yẹn náà.
mákindé kan ò lè gbálẹ̀ gọ́vnà ò lè gbálẹ̀ kò nẹ́nu the only thing tí gọ́vnà lè ṣe fún tó bá sẹ́ńtẹ̀ǹsì ẹ̀ tó bá pardon ẹ̀ gan àwọn ayé máa tẹ̀ sí lójú ni ó lè pardon ẹ̀ ó tán àwọn òde nígbà ó máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ̀ pé àwọn tó sẹ̀ǹsọ̀ tó náà lọ sẹ́wọ̀n náà wọ́n ṣẹ̀wọ̀n wọn pé gọ́vnà ò pardon wọn.
ó lágbára.
ọmọ 41 èyí tó bẹ́ẹ̀dì nínú ẹ̀ àwọn ọlọ́mọ méjì tí méjèèjì tọ́pa yẹn ski ẹni tó kọ́ ọmọ mẹ́ta lọ tó mẹ́yọ kọ wálé wọn tún rí ìkọ́kọ́ gbà owó àṣẹdànù burúkú wọn tún rí kọ́mọ omi wọn rí gbà.
kọ́ńtà wa kọ́ sọ pé fẹ́ compensate wọ́n sì lè dá láìfù yẹn mọ́ kò lè dá láìfù yẹn mọ́.
nàìjíríà ò kí ń sọ compensation tálí nàìjíríà fún lówó tó fún lówó rí. wọ́n ní kọ́ fún.
wọ́n bá tiẹ̀ fún wọn lówó adájọ́ time wọ́n tún máa jìyà náà ni kì í ṣe pé nǹkan tó máa fún wọn tó máa permanent wọ́n tún máa jìyà náà ni.
compensate ọlọ́pàá wọn fún wọn lówó wọn sẹ́ni tí ò san attachment àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n fún àwọn èèyàn ní pension wọn ṣé yẹn ló máa sọ compensation. wọ́n fún bàbá sùwé kó tó kú wọ́n ní kó fún ní ṣé 20 million lọ́ní kó fún wọ́n sọ́wọ́ yẹn fún bàbá sùwé tó fi kú.
yóò tó wá fún bàbá yẹn tó bá fún lówó yẹn ó possible kó má kú ṣọ́ọ̀kì yẹn náà jẹ́ wà láǹkọ́jẹ́ kó kú.
àwọn ndla wọ́n ní ká ndla fún ní 25 million wọ́n ní káwọn ndla adájọ́ ní kó fún wọn fún dọ́là.
wọ́n fún un.
wọ́n ní ká fún gbowó ní 20 billion wọ́n fún dọ́là.
ṣé kọ́ńtù là ń pè bẹ̀yẹn ni ṣé ẹ fẹ́ dájọ́ ni ṣé ẹ fẹ́ lọ kóòtù ni ó yá ẹ lọ kóòtù ẹ kọ́ sọ ẹ̀sán yín báyìí wọ́n ti wọ̀ pé àwọn ò ní san gbé lọ kóòtù wọ́n náà máa san wọ̀ ní san olóṣèlú yẹn.
ẹ̀mọ́ tí yẹn fánìdè tẹ bá gbé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ lọ sí kóòtù nàìjíríà tẹ méjọ́ tẹ bá lọ sí kóòtù pẹ̀lú lọ́yà anybody ò ní wá.
wọ́n ní wá wọ́n ní ráwọn lọ́yà wọ́n ní anybody.
àní ẹ̀ ní rí lọ́yà ẹ̀ ní rí prosecutor jọ́ọ̀jì máa lé yín jáde ni pé.
wọ́n ní kò sí kéèsì inú bíi kéèsì dẹ̀ wà ń jọ yẹn wọ́n ní kò sẹ́ni kankan bẹ̀.
wọ́n ní àwọn ọmọ dìpátímẹ́ǹtì tó máa wá rẹpísẹ́ǹtì gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ní court ẹgbẹ́rọ̀ wèrè.
Ole. Adẹ kọ́ọ̀tì ní gbogbo wa yẹn ó dẹ̀ ń lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. Adẹ fìyà jẹ àwọn èèyàn ó dẹ̀ ń lọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Adájọ́ fún local government ní autonomy. Wọ́n ti sọ́wọ́ anybody dọ̀dá.
Ṣé ẹ ráwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó ti kú lórí àwọn míì wọ́n ní kọ́ máa gba iye ìlú nílẹ̀ fẹ́ fún wọn wá kú sórí.
Wọ́n tún pass policy ipe kí gbogbo state governor kọ́ ṣe náà state wọn. Governor mélòó ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ project yẹn?
Èrò lọ́ní ká sọ fún minimum wage tí wọ́n ti rí san báyìí bóyá 70,000 wọ́n rí owó yẹn san àwọn èèyàn kan dẹ́wà tó ń jí trillions tẹ́lẹ̀wà lábùtán ẹ̀ tó ń jí trillions.
wọ́n ìtàṣẹ́ protest against the federal government state rẹ̀ ká protest against local chairman house of rep senator pẹ̀lú governor àti state house leader àwọn márùn-ún yẹn àwọn ní problem state.
àtàwọn councillors
ìjọba onídàásí o because Tinubu sọ fún wa only go and meet your governors and other state officers only go and meet them ṣé kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún wa ǹjẹ́ kúrò lójú kan àtúnbẹ̀rù president ní ká lọ bá wọn so ó ti sọ fún wa pé tá a bá lọ bá wọn àwọn onídàásí ṣètò dẹ̀ ní agbára láti pọlọ́pàá tí federal government ò bá rí ìlísọ ọlọ́pàá ṣé bó ti fún wa ní tip ó ní ẹ̀rọ ọkọ̀ fún the governors go to your state
wọ́n fífi àjẹ àwọn èèyàn wa gbogbo ọ̀nà ló fífi àjẹ wọn.
they got the money. I gave them the money go and meet your state officers.
tọ́mọ náà fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan agbára táwọn politician bá fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan agbára masses náà máa wá káàkiri aráàlú náà máa lò ọlọ́mọ àbí ṣe nǹkan agbára náà máa kìlọ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ máa fi ṣe nǹkan agbára tán bá ní wọ́n dépò tán àwọn aráàlú náà máa fi yà jẹ tí wọ́n ní ṣe kankan fún.
ìgbà mélòó nínú wa ní local government ló lọ kí fún local chairman ẹ̀ ṣé ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ àwa máa pariwo sókè ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ a máa gbóhùn sókè ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ àní ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn èèyàn àwa máa jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa 100%. a máa gbóhùn sókè tó bá ti tó tàmí sí nǹkan tó máa ṣe nìyẹn ẹ lọ ká chairman mọ́lé ẹ lọ bèrè allocation tó ń wọ́wọ́ sínétọ̀ sínétọ̀ tó fún allocation àwọn náà wọ́n ti gba contract local government local constituency project wọn àwọn náà máa tún gbà lọ́ọ́ máa tún kọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ sápò wọ́n máa tún padding budget wọ́n náà wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe kọ́kọ́ ní constituency àwọn nídìí 10 billion wọ́n máa gbà máa tún kọ́ sára tọ́ba wa kú tán àwọn báńkì ló ń jí gbogbo owó wọn. Yes kí ló máa ń pa àwọn kì í ṣe bank manager èyí tó bá ń sínú bank manager yẹn kí ló máa ń jẹ́.
bank MD.
àwọn máa ń jí owó nígbà Nàìjíríà tó bá ti kú wọ́n máa wá bàkáàtì wọn ni ṣe lè wá béèrè ni ṣé bàbá sọ iye tó wà ń bẹ̀ ṣé bàbá ló ní owó gan kì í ṣe gbogbo politician wọ́n háìdì owó fáwọn ọmọ wọn àti ìyàwó wọn ni tó bá wá kú tó ẹni tí ò ṣiṣẹ́ ló máa wèrè ń kọ́rọ̀ jọ wọn mẹ́ni tó bá ná.
oníbàjẹ́ fún ẹ̀jáyà aláìmẹ̀síà 5 billion ló ní owó ẹ̀ tó wà Skybank táwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ ò rí gbàdọ́là 5 billion.
àwọn oúnjẹ ó lè lóúnjẹ ó lè ní.
báńkì Nàìjíríà ò ní product kọ́kọ́ tó ń tà báńkì Nàìjíríà ò ní product kọ́kọ́ tó ń tà wọ́n ní credit card wọ́n ní insurance wọ́n ní mortgage wọ́n ní overdraft àfàwọn olówó díẹ̀ díẹ̀ lọ ń fún.
ẹ̀ǹtẹ̀ bá tẹ̀tẹ̀ wá lówó nínú àkáǹtì ń bẹ̀ wọ́n máa yọ owó nínú àkáǹtì yín nítorí ṣe báǹkì sí nìyẹn tẹ́ bá lówó tó pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa yọ owó yín wọ́n á ní kankan ilé ìfẹ́lẹ̀ owó tẹ̀ mọ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ wọ́n máa dédé yọ nínú àkáǹtì yín wọ́n ní owó ilé ìfẹ́lẹ̀ tí ó dẹ̀ sí kankan nílùú tí ò sáfẹ́ tí ò sí bá kankan bẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ máa yọ owó yín.
ẹ̀rọ ọmọ ẹ̀lẹ́ ọmọbìnrin tó lọ ṣaṣẹ́wó ní ó ṣaṣẹ́wó ní ó dẹ̀ save 67 million sákàǹtì ẹ̀ wọ́n ti gbé gbogbo díẹ̀ gbóná ó dẹ̀ rò pé táìmù ní tó wọn máa lọ.
ẹ wo iye owó tó máa wọ̀ díẹ̀ kó tó pa 67 million ẹ wo iye owó tó máa wọ̀ díẹ̀ yẹn.
kò gbogbo lè kọ́ Mr. Dave ní sùúrù ńgbà tó bá dé Nàìjíríà 3000 ló bá lákàǹtì ẹ̀.
wọ́n ti yọ owó tán.
ó dẹ̀ ní rẹ́kọ̀d tó fi sẹ́ni owó sàkáǹtì ẹ̀ 67 million gbà tó dé Nàìjíríà ó kọ́kọ́ bọ́ sínú omi ẹ̀rọ̀fọ̀ òjò ẹni tó bọ̀ láti ìlú òyìnbó tó dé bá gbà tó fún ní 3,000 naira báyìí ó kọ́kọ́ bọ́ síta ó ń po rẹ̀ mọ́nú ẹ̀rọ̀fọ̀ báyìí ní tó sunkún.
ayé ò ti bàjẹ́ tán gbogbo òbó tí dín nǹkan míì sí lábẹ́ wọ́n ti lò owó tó dúró kó máa wá bá lé wọ́n ti yọ owó tán nínú àkáǹtì ẹ̀ wọ́n yọ owó nínú àkáǹtì àwọn èèyàn táwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ nímọ̀ tọ́wọ́ tí bá àkáǹtì yẹn tí a mọ̀ pé táàmù kọ́ àtàn ní gbogbo dormant account ìjọba fẹ́ gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé gbogbo dormant account wọ́n tó bá ti lówó síbẹ̀ tó àkáǹtì tó wọ dormant ìjọba máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé gbogbo yẹn táàmù kọ́ wà àwọn yẹn ti ṣe kinní yẹn tani ìjọba búkú tó wà ń bẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe ó fẹ́ gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé gbogbo àkáǹtì àwọn èèyàn àwọn olórí búkú yìí owó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ fún wọn.
ètò ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ẹ máa gbọ́ ètò ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé all dormant account owó yẹn máa kó sí CBN fún borrowing of government ẹni tó ní tí ó bá ti ṣe pókú àbí tó bá ti jẹ́ pókú náà next of king tó bá ti dé wọ́n á return ẹ̀ padà.
ayé ẹ̀mí lówó gbà mọ́
dábẹ́ ẹ̀ padà
nàìjíríà gbọ́dọ̀ ti yá owó kọjá padà ẹ̀ máa gbọ́ owó pẹ́ẹ́sì padà wọ́n dá padà dọ́là wọ́n dá owó pẹ́ẹ́sì padà ṣe máa yá.
ọ̀nà wá wọ́n náà kọ́kọ́ lè jáde mọ́ nìyẹn yẹn ti lọ́ nìyẹn wọ́n dábẹ́ ẹ̀ padà.
ìyàwó lọ́wọ́ yín lè rí gbà padà mọ́. gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì mi bá dé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó previous government wọn náà ló ṣe wọn náà wọn kọ́.
wọn náà wọn kọ́ ìpìlẹ̀ wọn fẹ́ ṣe.
tí previous government bá gbé contract fún yín tẹ́ bá ti fowó yín ṣe contract tí new government bá dé wọn náà wọn kọ́ làwọn gbéṣẹ́ fún yín owó ti jóná.
ẹ sọ́tẹ̀ ẹ̀ka làágùn jìnnà ni Ìgbòho 20 million ló ní kọ́ fún àbí 20 billion.
20 billion.
Wọ́n á fún lówó yẹn dọ́là. Ṣé nígbà tó rọrùn yìí báyìí kí láti máa
ṣe. tó ní wọ́n tún kó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n sì ṣe owó ẹ̀.
lọ́dọ̀ pé ó win ní kéèsì yẹn ṣé wọ́n á fún lówó yẹn dọ́là wọ́n á fún.
kò dẹ̀ síbi tá lè gbé kéèsì
láwọn èèyàn gidi wà Nàìjíríà láwọn èèyàn gidi wà ṣé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì gidi wà Nàìjíríà yẹn ni.
kò sí o.
àwọn ìtàn àwa jẹ lọ́wọ́
àwọn ìyá tó ti ra ṣọ́ọ̀bù wọn ní 30 years ago 20 years ago nígbà ayé àwọn UPN ẹ mú gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀bù yẹn gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn ẹ tún kọ́ ẹ fún wọn padà irú ìjọba wo nìyẹn.
wọ́n á mú ilé ẹlòmíì wọ́n á wo wọn ní compensate ẹnìyẹn wọ́n á lọ bọ́ sójú títì wọ́n á wo dànù wọ́n fún ní kankan mọ́ bó ṣe máa ìrònú ẹ̀ ló máa pẹ́ nìyẹn ìrònú ẹ̀ nínú
ẹ lọ sí my 12 gbogbo ilé tó wà ní my 12 ẹ wo ilé yẹn láti my 12 ẹ wo jáde sí alápẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ ṣí àgbogbo ilẹ̀ yìí mọ́ra yín lọ́wọ́ dùn Tinubu Fáṣọlá wọ́n dẹ̀ display gbogbo àwọn èèyàn yẹn gbogbo àwọn pípù yẹn ìṣèlú kan tó jẹ́ kí Kòdú kún nìyẹn àwọn tó lé mẹ́rin ni gbogbo wọn kàn já lọ sí Kòdú ni ẹ mú Májídùn ẹ gba Májídùn lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ fi kábíyèsí nìkan lẹ̀ ẹ lé gbogbo àwọn aráàlú
tó gbogbo àwọn wà yìí ṣèwà tó dáa kì í tẹ́ bá ti lè gba nǹkan lọ́wọ́ yìí báyìí kò no compensation ẹni wọ́n bá lè ronú kó ronú kú ni kò sí nǹkan tó kàn yín abẹ́ni tó nílé orílẹ̀-èdè sí tẹ́lẹ̀ kúrò tẹ́gbàbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
Government is a 419 government. Criminal justice system.
wọ́n rí anybody rò ẹ́ tó tí ẹni tí bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ kí nǹkan kan bá fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ sí èèyàn Nàìjíríà ẹ má jẹ́ kán pa yín o ẹni bá pa gbé ni o tẹ́ bá ń gbé nǹkan wà tó lè lákú lọ ẹ̀yà ayẹ́rí yín ọmọ ẹ̀ tó bá ti pààyàn àpagbé ni o.
Baba Dave ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan pè mí níbi last month ó ti pẹ́ tó ti bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bó ṣe pè mí nìyẹn mo wá ní ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ because mi recognize voice ẹ̀ mọ́ ó ní òun ni mo ní talent tó ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó dàbí pé kéèyàn wà ní Peckham kẹ́ wà ní Manchester kéèyàn máa bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ mo wá ní kí ló ṣe é tó mú ẹ rí báyìí gbà tó dárúkọ rẹ̀ mo ní kí ló wá ṣe é tó rí báyìí ó lóun ti sick bí oṣù mẹ́ta hospital lòun wà mo ní Nàìjíríà ó ní yẹn mo ní o máa kú ó ní kí n má tún ṣe pè fún òun pẹ̀lú gbogbo tó wà lára mo ní o máa kú sẹ́ẹ̀ tó o bá gbé ẹ kúrò ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí dírẹ́fà ẹ gbé ẹ kó máa lọ sí Republic of Benin kó lọ hospital tó dáa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbogbo ògùn bẹ̀ original ni system France lọ́ lò ń bẹ̀ máa lọ sí Benin ó dẹ̀ ń pa Ọlọ́run rán mi sí ni ṣá bó ṣe dá ó ṣe pè mí ní padà nírọ̀lẹ́ ni pé òun ti pọ̀ ọmọ òun máa gbóhùn lọ́lọ́la mo ní tó bá ti débẹ̀ ó níbo lòun máa lọ́bẹ̀ mo ní tó bá ti débẹ̀ ẹni hospital tó bá ti rí báyìí ní kò já ẹsẹ̀ inú ọ̀nà ẹ̀ owó ló máa san o. ó dẹ̀ pè mí dọ́kejì ó náà ti wà lọ́nà ọmọ lókè ó kọ́ máa tó bí 3 days ní bóyá pè mí nìyẹn wàláì tàláì nímọ̀ pé ẹni tó bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ní 3 days ago nìyẹn.
ọmọ ìjà rẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ dáadáa.
ọmọ ẹja gẹrẹ ni ó ní ògùn ṣiṣẹ́ ń bí ògùn ṣiṣẹ́ ń bí àti ìjọ ìjọ 3 days lòún wà ń báyìí òun ti gbádùn mo ní máa ti lọ òṣìṣẹ́ bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ o má rówó àná ń ṣàdúrà fún mi ní sí ó dá òun bá ti kú.
ṣàdúrà fún ìtọ́ra ẹ̀ lẹ́ sèfù láìfù ẹ̀ lẹ́jẹ̀ kó ti kú.
àná sọ pé mi mo save life òun sẹ̀ ó ti tún pé mi láàárọ̀ yìí tó tún kí mi tó tún pé mo ṣe òun tó ń wà lórí ààrẹ oṣù mẹ́ta òun dẹ̀ débì kan òun dẹ̀ gbádùn láàrin 3 days ó ní gbogbo ògùn tó kọ́ fún òun bẹ̀rẹ̀ ògùn yẹn lè wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́.
fake drug fake àbí imagine ẹ síkì.
ní Republic of Benin ẹ lè wọ chemist kẹsọ pé ẹ fẹ́ ra medication ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní doctor prescription paper lọ́wọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ó yàtọ̀ sí tiwa o ìlú kékeré tẹ̀rí yẹn wọ́n gbádùn jù wá lọ. ìlú tẹ́ fẹ́
ibi tẹ́yàn síkì tó lọ síbẹ̀ fún treatment tó yẹ pé oògùn tó tún wá ń lò oògùn yẹn ò tún jẹ́ original ṣe ń pẹ́ another problem ní entirely. àìsàn sẹ́yìn oògùn tó tún lò ìtúnṣe original oògùn ló tún lò sínú ara yẹn oògùn tún jẹ́ fake ṣé kéèsì mélòó la fẹ́ mú gbọ́ àìsàn tó dẹ́ni láàmú ó sì tó oògùn tó kí ni ẹ̀dá ti papọ̀ lọ́pọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ok ẹlòmíì síkì báyìí oògùn inú ló ń rún wọn fún fẹ́ǹsìkì kó máa lo fẹ́ǹsìkì àbí panadol náà tó wá fún náà kò tún tó.
ìrọ̀ tẹ bá síkì Nàìjíríà wọ́n máa kọ́ diagnose fún nǹkan tí ò ṣe yín tó máa fi máa gbowó ńlá ìgbà tí kíní ẹ̀ bá ń get worse wọ́n á gbé yín kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá tó wá gbé yín lọ sí àwọn ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ máa sọ fún yín pé ìkọ̀ báyìí ló ń ṣe yín o by that time láti wà too late because ẹ tó ìyá rẹ̀
èmi àti balẹ̀nu
ẹni tí ò ya wèrè tẹ́ ń lóògùn wèrè fún ó máa ya wèrè ni o.
lóògùn wèrè fún.
ó máa ya wèrè fún náà ni because oògùn yẹn máa tírígà wèrè yẹn lára ẹ̀.
ó máa tírígà ẹ àgbà tó ní ò dàrú tán fún lóògùn orí dídàrú níjọ́ ni wọ́n wín. á ya wèrè náà ní láǹsì torí oògùn.
wọ́n máa diagnose yín fún rọ́ǹtì nǹkan tí ò ṣe yín wọ́n máa treat yín lórí ẹ̀ so àwọn gangan náà máa wú sickness tán treat yín lórí ẹ̀ bí kò ṣe yín wá wú yẹn jáde èyí tó ṣe yín wà ń bẹ̀ wàhálà di méjì ó di ọkọ̀ yán rin.
bọ̀bọ̀ kan wà ní nàìjíríà ní táìmù yẹn ó sick ni ẹgbẹ́ ìwà pè láti bí ìpè wo arákùnrin n tó dẹ̀ ṣe bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn is something to relate pẹ̀lú heart disease ló ní heart gbogbo etí mo ń sọ ìmọ̀ lọ kí lọ hospital bíbá ẹ̀ wọ́n admit one of the hospital ní bíbá ẹ̀ mo lọ kí ìgbà tó máa wá sí oní tó bá gbé nàìjíríà ló ń bá wà á ti kú ó dẹ̀ lówó lọ́wọ́ ọjọ́ tọ́lọ̀ bless ó lówó lọ́wọ́ ìṣèdílà ó ń ta mọ́tò ló ń tà nígbà tó wá sí bíi wọ́n tó gbogbo ẹ̀mọ́ láyà tó gbogbo ẹ̀mọ́ lórí tó gbogbo lọ kí lọ hospital bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n díẹ̀ tó green tea mo lọ hospital bẹ́ẹ̀ mo lọ kí ó ní owó ní towó but ẹgbẹ́ ní arákùnrin tí ó fẹ́ tẹ̀mí ẹ̀gùn máa bá bọ̀ ní UK ná owó flight gba owó dókẹ́gbẹ́ ìṣègbò processing ṣé àpẹẹrẹ lómi ìjọba ó tún jẹ́ tó lówó lọ́wọ́ náà ló jẹ́ kó lè rìnrìn yẹn tí ò bá lówó lọ́wọ́ náà á pàpàkù náà ni torí pé lówó lọ́wọ́ ó lè fi owó process ó lè wá sí ìlú ó ti wá sí ìlú ìtẹ́lẹ̀ máa wá.
òṣìkò tó ń ṣe èèyàn ní láti wá bí ẹ lọ sí Benin wọ́n á tìtì yín.
ó tẹ̀ ní kó máa bọ̀ bí ó ti máa wá síbi tẹ́lẹ̀ ó ní kó kó wá gba treatment.
àwọn èèyàn wọ́n mọ̀ wípé good health service wà ní Benin ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa lọ sí India wọ́n á ṣe gbẹ fún yín ní Benin gbogbo owó tẹ́ bá fi wọ mọ́tò lọ sí India ẹ tún ní ṣéǹjì lọ́wọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
bíkọ́ọ̀bù mi sọ fún mi ó ní owó tóun ti ná sí Nàìjíríà ní 3 months ó ní òun ò ná 10% ti ẹ̀mí tóun fi gbádùn ní 3 days.
àbí.
ó ní báyìí check òun báyìí pé dókítà ẹ̀kọ́ òun pé kò mú òun sí room wọ́n dẹ̀ fóun ní gbogbo ẹ̀ òun dẹ̀ sí bóun ṣe sọ báyìí ó ní wọ́n kọ́kọ́ gbá òun ní injection wọ́n dẹ̀ kó àwọn oògùn kan wọ́n ní eléyìí òun máa lo eléyìí lọ́sàn-án òun máa lo eléyìí lálẹ́ òun máa lo eléyìí ó ní tóun máa lo oògùn yẹn 1 day báyìí ó ní òun kò bẹ̀ sí ní rí change òun sọ pé yé ayé òun bàjẹ́ kí lóun wá ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ pa òun dànù.
ó máa kú síbẹ̀ yẹn ni tí ò bá tẹ́lẹ̀ báyìí tẹ̀yà fún Ọlọ́run ló fún akú ni ọ tó nígbà tí nǹkan tí nǹkan yorùbá improve tó dẹ̀ wọ́ sí lára tí ò dẹ̀ rógùn gidi lò ikú náà ló máa ń dẹ̀ nìyẹn àìmọye tó ti kú bẹ́ẹ̀ àìmọye tó ti lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn kan ní gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe adẹ̀kú.
bàbá mi sick bàbá pè mí bá ní kí ló how long ló ti ṣe wọn ló ti pẹ́ o má ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ látijọ́ yìí n bá pàmò ẹ̀gbọ́n pé kí ló dé tẹ́ gbé bàbá yìí lọ sí hospital táwọn bá gbé lọ sí hospital tó bá lọ kú owó làwọn fẹ́ fi ṣòkú. lọ fowó tì tẹ ẹ wo àìdí àwọn náà tó dẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ìyá bá ń jà fún Oríyọmí yìí.
owó òkùnrin ń rẹ fẹ́ kí bàbá yẹn fẹ́ kí bàbá kú ká lè wó sòkú.
Alfred Nàìjíríà bá ṣe ń ronú nìyẹn o.
tọ́pọ̀lọ́wà nù kìíní yẹn
tọ́pọ̀lọ́wà wọ́n ní táwọn bá ti lọ náwó hospital owó làwọn fẹ́ ná fòkú. mi ṣe sẹ́ni owó nìyẹn bọ́n ṣe gbé bàbá mi nìyẹn mi ṣe pé pàdé mi kan nìyẹn pé ọmọ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀nà wa òkè mi ní máa dé ní next week ṣé wàá gbé mi ní airport ìyẹn náà wàá gbé mi ti ṣe ń bọ̀ báyìí mo kàn gbálé bàbá mi lọ báyìí mi ìyá lẹ́niwẹ̀ mo kàn gbé bàbá yẹn ní straight ó di àgọ́wọ̀yè lọ hospital kan lọ hospital yẹn dá gan mi ṣe jókòó ti bàbá yẹn nìyí after 2 weeks wọ́n ṣojú bàbá wọ́n ṣojú kínní máa sọ pé ẹ máa ṣe ojú kejì náà o ẹ máa tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá wa ní kí n kówó ojú kejì fóun mú ní mi lè kówó ojú kejì fún bàbá yóò máa ná jẹ ni kò ní tójú kan bá ti rí ìrìn kò ní ṣèkejì mọ́. mi ṣe sanwó san síkì nìyẹn o ẹ máa gbọ́ o so gbàtí bàbá mi máa ṣe ojú ẹyọ kan yẹn tán wọ́n gbádùn wọ́n wá sọ pé kó lọ kó jẹ́ kí ojú àkọ́kọ́ yẹn kọ́kọ́ yìí kó padà wá ní báyé bíi a month after kó wá ṣe èkejì bàbá wa padà lọ bàbá wa lọ la èkejì ìgbà tí bàbá la èkejì tán bàbá wa lọ mú àwọn kíní sábàkà táwọn tó rà ní Mẹ́kà tó ṣe gbogbo ẹgbà tó ríran tán bàbá wa múra dáadáa bàbá wa sì ní ya ilé àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kọ́ ń ṣépè fún wọn lọ ní. wọ́n ṣe gbéjà tì mí nìyẹn pé mi mo lọ lajú bàbá gbé báwo ni mo ṣe máa lọ lajú bàbá mi ìgbọ́rú ẹ̀ rí o. nǹkan tí mo sọ ẹ máa di wàhálà gan tí mo rí ọwọ́ wọn àbí ṣe pè wọ́n nìyẹn mi ṣe pè family mi tiẹ̀ mi ṣe bẹ̀ wọ́n nìyẹn mo kọ́kọ́ lọ ṣagídí pé kílẹ̀ mi ṣàgbówó lọ́wọ́ yín wọn nìyẹn mi ṣe bẹ̀ wọ́n nìyẹn pé ẹ má bínú ọmọdé ló ṣe mí o òótọ́ ni ó yẹ kí n pe gbogbo yín kẹ́ dá iye tẹ́ bá lè dà kinní kan wọ́n yẹ sọ pé torí I'm sorry ó máa ń lọ long way.
ó lọ long way ó lọ long way ó lọ long way ó lọ long way ó.
wọ́n yẹ fi mí lẹ̀ kí n gbádùn ilé ayé mi nìyẹn. àní wọ́n tún bá mi jà wọ́n ní wáì tèmi lọ la ojú bàbá.
àwọn fẹ́ kójú bàbá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kán lè sòkú.
àwọn fẹ́ ṣòkú ni wọ́n fẹ́ kí bàbá kú.
kí bàbá kú kán lè sòkú.
ká dẹ̀ pín nǹkan tí bàbá ní.
ó lágbára.
bàbá yẹn wò mí báyìí bàbá yẹn nǹkan tí bàbá mi fi ṣẹ̀ mí láàrin wọn bàbá mi sọ pé ìpẹ́tẹ́ pé òun mọ̀ ni èmi nìkan lòun ò bá bí gbogbo àwọn eléyìí òun ò bá má bí wọn ṣé wúrọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn dá lẹ́nu bàbá. mo ní bàbá yẹn má bà ayé mi jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wọlé yìí sọ.
overjoy ló fà á inú bàbá yẹn dùn.
overjoy ni ìgbé ẹni lójú ó ti.
ẹ kọ́ sọ yẹn láàrin àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi náà.
wọ́n ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́mi náà kò yẹ kó sọ.
11 wives ni bàbá mi fẹ́ ìyàwó 11 ló fẹ́. yes we are 42.
àwọn tó máa ṣe lára tó máa ṣe gbẹ̀ máa wà láàrin àwọn ọmọ tó kù ṣùgbọ́n rí báyìí.
àwọn tó ti fẹ́ pín ogún ló ń bínú sí ìjayà yẹn àwọn tó fẹ́ pín ogún ni.
àwọn tó fẹ́ pín ogún ni ẹ̀sọ́ọ̀dì pé ọjọ́ iṣẹ́ yẹn kí ọba ìfúnná lè pín ogún.
wọ́n ní kí ni mo fẹ́ kankan mo ní kan tí mo ní ti tó mi láyé mi ilẹ̀ wo lẹ́fẹ́ fún mi àwọn tilẹ̀ tí mo ní gan mo kọ́ wọn wẹ́ẹ́ lọ pín fúnra yín ọlọ́run ọ̀dẹ̀ ta sí mi ọ̀dẹ̀ pín ogún àwọn obìnrin ló pọ̀ jù láàrin wa àwọn ló ń jà fún gbogbo agbádá bàbá obìnrin wọ́n fẹ́ lọ fi rán ọ̀rọ̀ àti bùbá bàbá dẹ̀ ní aṣọ bàbá wọ yálà ìyá aṣọ.
ìmí ìwà ọkọ ẹ ló máa lọ fún lágbádá yẹn ó máa fi rán bùbá àti ṣòkòtò.
nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
mo ò lè dárẹ́ rí mi ní àwọn àǹtí mi ló ń jà fún aṣọ bàbá tí n bá rí bó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn obìnrin.
ó lágbára.
jẹ́ wo bí afẹ́ nàìjíríà ṣe ń ronú.
bá ṣe ń ronú ó yàtọ̀ kọ́nà ṣàánú wa ni ó yàtọ̀.
yọ pa ọmọ 41 ẹni aláàánú yín ni àwọn ìyá tó wà ní àwọn ọmọ yín kọ́ àwọn yẹn ọ̀tá yín.
When mergers and acquisitions happen, the party that acquires or merges the larger partner in that merger may be reluctant to want to change the name of that business. So let's say I am Intercontinental Bank from or China Exim Bank or CECC, a Chinese construction bank from China. I sponsor global projects. And I'll go to Tanzania and I'll acquire National Bank of Tanzania. National Bank of Tanzania has been existing since 1960. Everybody knows National Bank of Tanzania. I would acquire National Bank of Tanzania, but I may be reluctant to want to change that name from National Bank of Tanzania to my own name, CECC China. Why? Because National Bank of Tanzania has become a trademark known by all and sundry. So that is what first movers advantage. That's what it means. I didn't say some Ijebu people went to Kenya. When they now got there, no, it was an analogy. I was just trying to give you an example of how the Anago subgroup of the Yoruba people were the first people to move en masse to the Francophone world and some other neighboring African countries, and they now use their name.
Okay. Comment here. So there's an example in all these commodities were in Nigeria. So there is this group called Noodles. Noodles are exactly. Think of Noodles as the group name, the whole group Noodles. And in this group, there are different subgroups. One is called Indomie. One is called Mimi. One is called this. One is called that. So the first entrant into that market, his name is Indomie. The first entrance, the one that first came into the market. When others come into the market, if they are not careful, people might start calling others Indomie, even though they have their own unique names. So people might start calling them. So that's what happened. So there is a group called the whole group. There's one section called Anago. There's one section called this one. There's one section. If the Anago people first got into an area, and others now came later, if others are not careful, people will call them Anago, the name of the first entrant. So that happened in the diaspora with Anago, with Lukumi, and so on and so forth. Same thing with Maclean, toothpaste. The whole group is toothpaste. Inside that toothpaste, you have Close Up, you have Maclean, you have this one. If people are not careful, the first entrance McLean, people might be calling others McLean. But I think McLean is the general name. Omo to the one detergents, Omo, Ariel, this one, Clean. If those ones are not careful, they will call everybody Omo if you are not careful. Maggie seems to be the one that is crazier. All those seasoning, all those cubes. You have Maggie, you have Royco, you have this, you have that, you have no. If others are not careful, they will call all of them Maggie, the first entrance into that place, into that market. That's exactly the same thing that happened with Anago and Jimmy.
So that's what happened in the case of Anago.
Exactly.
In the diaspora, both in the African diaspora as well as in the Americas, which is another diaspora, but this time across the sea. So that was what my analogy was all about. And then Oliver has already touched up on this. Go into the Hausa language dictionary, go into the full day language dictionary, which by the way is a language I speak. You will not see anything called...
Wait, which language do you speak?
Never mind. You will never see anything called Yoruba or Yaraba or anything there. It's meaningless. So in fact, I don't need to, there was absolutely no need for me to say this, given the fact that one of the foremost historians and academicians and jurists and kings in Hausa, in person of Southern
linguists
and linguists and everything. So all this one that I'm just doing, just what the Yoruba call atama addendum, just buttressing the facts that already exists. He himself could not say what that term means in either of the languages that he spoke proficiently. So who am I? And he did it as far back as when? As the early 19th century, 1800s, record collected by Oyibo people. He even wrote works, he wrote books, wrote all sorts of things about Yoruba land. He wrote, so someone who could have gone into that much detail describing Yoruba land. Yoruba land is this, there is the Aku bird, there is the this, there is the that, he described everything that was going on. He even said the ships of the Christians dock on the coast of Yoruba land, where he described Yoruba land, a whole lot of beautiful and wonderful things. But guess what he could not describe or account for in that work? He could not account for that name Yoruba, in either the Hausa or the full day language, the language of the Fulani people, a member of which he was a part of. And then he started talking about some Middle Eastern BS, which has lingered on, and some other people have also now, So that's how misconceptions, that's how they spread. So again, what the moral lesson, what that is teaching us is that the antiquity of a record is not necessarily, all things being considered, doesn't mean that there is a rubber stamp. You bring 2, 3, 4 pieces of evidence, you bring them together and consider. But with that being said, let us go into the Hausa language dictionary. Entry Y or Yi or Ya. Yoruba, Yaraba, you will see all sorts of things. Yoruba, you will not see Yoruba there. Let's take a look at the same Hausa language dictionary and search for what the Hausa people called at least the pioneer Yoruba population that settled in places like Kano and Wudil and other places in the north. Ayagi. Is it there in their own dictionary? Let me look. Oh, wow. Guess what? It is there. Entry A. Dictionary of the Hausa language, page 20. Ayagi, A-Y-A-G-I. Definition. The Hausa name for the Yoruba people. Oh, wow. How is this one there and Yaraba and Yariba are not there? What's going on? How can Ayagi be there in the dictionary, but Yariba is not there? Well, because one is authentic, the other one is hocus pocus, the other one is make believe, it is fake. Which one is fake? The one that is not there. The one that is a lie. That one is not
the Ayagi, they won't give it a literal meaning because it's not even their language. So
there is no etymological breakdown for the word Ayagi. They just said the Hausa name for the Yoruba people, meaning they've known the Yoruba people by a particular name already. And that name was recorded in their dictionary. What is that name? Ayagi. Where did they get that word from? They got it from the Nupe people who are geographically situated midway between Yoruba land and Hausa land. What do those Nupe people, what do they call us? They call us Eyagi. The Hausa people don't have they don't pronounce they don't have open vowels. So what did they change it to? They changed it to Ayagi. What does that Ayagi or that Eyagi that the Nupe, by the way, the Igala people also borrowed that same term from the Nupe people. They call it Iyaji. Those of you who are familiar with the Igala, they call Yoruba people Iyaji, Iyaji, Iyaji. And by extension, certain parts of Delta North as well. They refer to the Yoruba people as Nyeji. Nyeji. N-Y-E-J-I. Nyeji. Certain parts of Delta North, certain parts of the Anambra Valley. They refer to the Yoruba people as Nyeji. Why? Is it because they got that term from the Yoruba people? No. They got that term from the intern. So that's how terminology spread. They in turn got that term from the Igalas. Who had what? Who had profound effects in these parts. Oh, wow. Igala people call these people Iyaji. Okay, we will call them Nyeji. The Igala people in turn got that term from the Nupe people, who they also in turn interacted with. The Nupe people call them Eyagi. So now let's go to Hausa people also in another direction. Those ones too, they borrowed it. They call it they call it Ayagi. But this term that seems to be making the rounds.
No.
Oh. I think I was hearing somebody. So this term that seems to be making the rounds, Ayagi, Iyagi, Ayagi, it even has many variations, just the same way Yoruba, some other people. Of course, the original term itself was in Nupe. Other people started mispronouncing it, and it was recorded. Some people called it in their own part, Ayagi. Some people called it in their own part, Iyagi. Some people called it in their own part, Nyeji. It's the same way. That time, Yoruba, some people went and started calling it Yariba. Oyibo came there, wrote it down. These people, this is what they said. I am recording it. It's already in the annals of history. Does it mean they were the ones that named us that name? No. Does it mean that term means anything in their own language? No, it doesn't. It is only in the Yoruba language that you can find an etymological root derivation for that term itself. And Alabola has already done a very, very good job of explaining that. I wouldn't go further into the details. Now that we've checked the Hausa language, we've seen that the word Ayagi is actually there. Definition, Ayagi, the Hausa name for the Yoruba people. Guess the funny thing. The dictionary didn't say one of the Hausa, so this dictionary I'm reading didn't say Ayagi is one of the Hausa names by which the Yoruba people are known. It didn't say one of the Hausa names by which the Yoruba people are referred to by us. It didn't say this is one of the many terms by which the Yoruba people are known in Hausa land. No. It says the. It uses a definite article, the. When I say the Bible, for example, I'm not referring to any other book. I'm referring to that specific book, that Biblos, the Bible. When I use a definite article to refer to something, it is because I'm super sure. I am being super specific as to what I am referring to. There's no ambiguity there. It doesn't mean, when I say this, you can't come and now start saying, do you mean maybe you wanted to say this, or do you mean to say that? No, I have said the. When I say the capital of the United States, I'm referring to Washington. I'm not talking about any other place. The capital. So that is what a definite article, that's the function it plays. So it is different from a. When I use a, there is room for ambiguity. When I say a name by which the Yoruba people are known, then there is a space there. People can ask the question, okay, a name. Okay, does that mean there are other names? Maybe there are some other names. It's not recorded. At least it says a name. No. The dictionary says, guess what? The Hausa name for the Yoruba people. It uses a definite article. The Hausa. Is there an Hausa name for the Yoruba people? Yes. What is that term? Ayagi. It is the Hausa name for the Yoruba people. Is it a term that they just started using 10 years ago, 15 years ago? No. This is a term that they have been using for what? Centuries. Very, very long time. Why didn't they refer to the neighborhood of the Yoruba people who settled in places, communities in central Hausa land where there was a significant number of Yoruba people that had been there for a very long time? Why did they refer to those neighborhoods as Ungwan Ayagi or Angwan Ayagi? Sorry, as Angwan Yaraba or as Angwan Yarabawa or as Angwan Beriberi? Why? Obviously, because they were not using this term to refer to the Yoruba people at that time. If they were already using this term to refer to the Yoruba people at that time, those neighborhoods would have been referred to as Angwan Yaraba. Now, let me read a work for you guys. This is from the work titled, give me a second, African Anthropology by Bassi Anda, circa 1988. So the relevant part here says that by the time of the Fulani Holy War of 1804, ethnic groups other than the Hausa were already settled within Kano City. The Yorubas were domiciled in Ayagi Ward, aka Angwan Ayagi. The Nupes in Tudun Nufawa. After the Fulani Jihad, these groups were followed up by other communities of Tuareg, Kanuri, and others. Hausa cities tended to be multi-ethnic with centralized municipal control in the hands of a Magarin Gari. So the Magari or the Meigari, Mei is the Hausa possessive. When you hear Meidoya, Meishai, someone who sells tea. So it's the same way Yoruba use Olu or Oni or Olu. The equivalent of that in the Hausa is Mei. So yeah, Meishai, someone that sells tea. Meisuya, someone that sells suya. Meidoya, someone that sells yams. Meimasara, someone that sells corn. And so on and so forth. Meigida, someone who owns a house. Bale, Meigida. And so on and so forth. So the Magarin Gari, or Garin is the Hausa word for a city or a town. Is what was referred to as the mayor. So all these different ethnic communities that coalesced in Kano, they will all have their different wards. They will have their own subsections, their leaders. Then all of them will be under the Meigari, who would in turn be under who? Under the Amir or the Emir of the town. So what it's saying is that in essence, this passage, even before the Fulani Jihad, the Yorubas were already there in Kano, settled in where? Settled in Ayagi Ward. Thank you very much. My second submission. Thank you.
Christian Femio Chimo. So Yariba no means slave. If you know as I want me to think, it means slave. I want make it mean slave. So that would not be plenty. It's not only the other people.
They wanted to mean something bad. So
yeah,
bad. So they don't have any definite meaning for it because you can't find it in any dictionary. Somebody will come today he will tell you it means somebody who is deceitful. A duplicitous person. That's the meaning. Yariba, ho 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 ho. Another person will come tomorrow and say, oh no, it means slave. Ejo. In a relationship to Wala and Eru at Alagaba Gibi.
If you say it means somebody who is white,
it tells you these people are just making things up, just pulling things out of their pocket. In the same vein, somebody will come today and will say it is from the Fulani language. The same person, 30 minutes after, he will say no, it's from the Hausa language. The same person, another 30 minutes after, he will say no, it's from the Hausa Fulani language. Is there any such thing? All these things tell you that these people are just making shit up. They don't know jack about what they are. So it's called popular urban. We talked about it that day. Urban tales, misconceptions that have gone viral. That is being promoted by what? Enemies of the Yoruba nation, as well as some fifth columnists within even the Yoruba people. So many Yoruba people have even subscribed to it. They repeat and parrot these same talking points. But that does.
Why is it that those who? So I have a question. Why is it that those who repeat it, usually they don't speak one? The people who repeat it don't speak one word of Hausa. You know, like it's possible.
They don't. That's the funniest part. They don't speak a lick of Hausa.
It's possible.
But they know suddenly
know.
they know what Yariba means in Hausa, but they don't. It's a language they don't even speak. If you tell them what is come and eat in Hausa, they can't say.
Going too far. Which one is come and eat? Come in Fulani, they don't know come. What is come and eat?
Someone that doesn't know what come is in the Fulfude language will suddenly know the meaning of what Yariba means in Fulfude. No be madness.
You don't know come in question Hausa near come in Fulfude. Who knows it? Type it come in Fulfude. They don't know go in Hausa. Go.
And they won't do the work of now saying, you know what? Let me even pick up the Fulfude language to even check up this thing. This rubbish I'm saying is even there. They wouldn't do that.
There's a dictionary in your phone. You can literally go to an actual published dictionary, not some useless thing that somebody typed on the internet. Or actual published dictionary of the language. If you are afraid of books, say you be afraid of human beings. Well, call a book where they do better. Tell them, say Yariba. Oh, Tefi. Go to Kiniko. If I put anything next to that, go now.
Anyways, Olabola, so the thing is, we know the reason why some people are doing it. It makes perfect sense. So we know why. So if I hear that narrative from the mouth of certain people, I would say, well, I know why you are doing this. But if I now hear that same thing being parroted by some Yoruba people, most especially people who I am not supposed to be hearing that in their mouths, then I start wondering, is that how weak-minded some of our people are to have actually swallowed the misconception hook, line, and sinker? That is why we have to be very, very careful. Whenever we hear people telling us things like, no, don't address them. Leave them alone. Let them talk. No. Some of these things have to be addressed because we are already battling the resultant effects of some of these misconceptions already. Imagine what is going to happen when we leave these lies to fly unchecked.
And there is this. So,
for example, Olabola did not host this session tonight now to discuss this thing now that a whole lot of people have benefited and learned from now. What's going to happen?
Olukumi, there's also the Nigerian
factor. A lot of us till tomorrow morning will still be running around with that misconception.
Olukumi.
And a lot of us who even already know have even learned more. Some of us, we already know some of these things, but we've added more again to what we know. So addressing an issue can never be too much. You can never be excessive in addressing a lie. Leave them alone. Let them talk. Maybe they're just talking. Nobody will listen to them. Ironio. People will listen. We are in the age of social media. We are in the age where people now will just pick up their phone.
People are lazy to cross-check.
Yeah.
Especially the Fanika Day one. So there is a Nigerian factor. Let me explain what I mean. Yamiri, that these people call Igbo people. So the Nigerian factor, especially from Yoruba people do this thing a lot, self-deprecation. Everything must be balanced out. So Yoruba people are the first to own television in Nigeria. Once a Yoruba person hears that thing, my ancestors are the first to do television. Normal human being whose brain is working well will be proud that, oh, I'm so proud of my ancestors. They were the first to have television. A Yoruba of Nigeria is not proud. He's already feeling uncomfortable. Yoruba is feeling uncomfortable because his ancestors are the first to have television. What is the uncomfortable, you may be wondering? He's feeling uncomfortable. He's like, what? My friend that is Igbo, what is their own? What is the first thing that they want? Those ones have. They don't have it. You now be dashing something to that one so that we can all be balanced. It's a Nigerian factor. So if you say Yorubas are the first to shake kiniko, the guy is already thinking, oh my God, my friend is in other southern Nigeria. What would I dash that one? Because Wazobia, only 3 people are the most important in Nigeria. As if other people that are not Wazobia are not human beings. Oh, what would I say? It must be draw. Everything must be balanced. Nothing has to be balanced. If it is balanced, fine. If it is not balanced, then it's not balanced. Even life, no balance. So it is that Nigerian factor that I think accounts for why those elites will be, I also call these people Yamiri. Oh boy, this is not good. Oh, hey, okay, I will sacrifice myself as a Yoruba person. I will say they call us to another name. Hey, it doesn't mean anything. I will just lie that it means something so that my Igbo friend can be happy. So I think there is that factor there. And if you notice, everybody that writes this nonsense, they usually put the Yamiri one by the side. Maybe I notice. They will say, it's Yariba they want to talk about. Yariba means evil. You can say evil. Yariba means thief. they shall mention any negative thing, whether that thing makes sense or whether it aligns with the next meaning. Yoruba means thief. Yoruba means cunning. Yoruba means slave.
Cunning.
Yoruba means deceptive, liar, unrepentant, evil footballer. Just have to talk on good nonsense thing that comes to their mind. They knock and enter. To make himself feel good, like you will see the motivation for why he is doing that thing. Immediately he writes another paragraph. The next paragraph will be, this is how the impulse to work on Yamiri. That's the motivation. He is trying to compensate for that other part, because Nigerian, we must be, if something good happens to me, it must happen to my friend too, so that they will not cry again. There's civil war that happened in Nigeria. What happened to them is not good though. Civil war is very bad. So any bad thing that they have, we must have a bad thing too. Any good thing that we have, we must share. That's not how history works. In fact, you are being insincere by looking at life that way.
It is this compelling need for Nigerians to want to compartmentalize things. So it carry everything must be done by
exactly.
So if anything bad happens to me, I'll go and look for the equivalence of that thing, even if I must find it and stick it to that person.
If something bad happens to them,
that is why it happens that
I must do an equivalent that happened to me too. Even if that thing does not exist to me, I will make it up and say it happens to me. If something good happens to me,
for example, people would want to discuss the specialization of different ethnic groups in certain fields of human endeavors or industries. Then they will say, Hausa people, let's give them farming. Those ones are agriculture.
They just shared, yeah. You know,
they will now come out, they will now say, Yoruba people, okay, Yoruba people already have education. So because they already have education, we cannot give them, say for example, we can't also give them that they are also industrialists.
No, we cannot
so
give
let's
them.
Take that third one. Let's go and give it. Yeah, they can't have two. We are sharing this thing. Let's take that one. Let's go. Yeah. Or they will say, let me give you another manifestation of how this thing happens. They will say, Yoruba people are plenty in UK. Oh. It is obvious when you look at the demography of the Nigerian population in UK that Yorubas are the obvious. If I lie about this UK and I give it to any other group but the Yoruba people will catch me. So, for example, I can't say Ibera people are the majority in UK. UK, Ibera people, no. People will say, are you mad? Okay, that one is too obvious. Let me give you Yoruba. Yoruba, UK, Yoruba, dominant in UK. They will now look at US. Even though the Yorubas are also the majority in the US, but not to the same. So the Yorubas are also numerically superior to any other Nigerian group in the US, but not to the same degree as the Yorubas are numerically superior in the UK. So let's say in the UK, for example, it's maybe, this is just an analogy, nobody should come from my neck. Let's say it's a ratio of 50, 25, 25. 50 Yoruba, 25 people, 25 every other Nigerian. But in the US, let's say the ratio is, rather than 50, 25, 25, the Yorubas are 40. Then the other groups are 30. Then another group is 20, another group is 10, and so on and so forth, till it reaches 100%. So it means that the Yorubas are still the numerically dominant group in the US, but they're a plurality this time, not a clear majority. But Yoruba, they will look at this, okay, this one is more easy. If I lie about this one, this other one, the Yorubas are still more, but the dominance is not that clear. People won't catch me on time. And I've already said Yorubas are dominant in UK. Okay, this one, let me say Igbo. You will not hear things like,
you must share it.
you must share everything amongst all the Nigerian groups. You will not hear the Yorubas are dominant in UK, the Igbos are the dominant in the US, and then the Hausas are dominant in Saudi Arabia and Sudan.
Well, shouldn't only these three people in Nigeria? What about Nigeria?
So it is that thing of Nigeria is Wazobia. This thing, anything we want to do, we must share it.
Even when that thing
I've already given UK to Yoruba people. Will I not come and say US against Yoruba people? No. Okay, that one. Well, Yoruba people, their dominance is not that clear in that one.
Even though they are the dominant one, no, but
yeah. Let me give it down to Igbo. Okay, Hausa people have not gotten anything. No, they have not gotten anything. Which one do I give them now?
They'll be angry.
Yeah. I'm going to say they don't try. Okay, those ones. Let me give them Saudi. At least it's still abroad. Everything at Jackpot.
Yeah. Well, that thing they worry.
So it is that thing. when there is a bad narrative about your ethnicity, which is actually factually grounded, for example, somebody calling somebody Nyamiri, which, by the way, they still use in the North till tomorrow. Yeah. It is a term that is still extant. It is still in use. People still use it as a slur. Everybody knows how it started. The origins are clear. This thing, they call us this thing. Okay, you know what? I'll go and find one name. I'll go and say,
like,
I will say that.
Go invent lie on top of it.
Yeah, even if it's a lie, I don't care. Everything propaganda, everything agenda, everything. Everything for the win. We'll try everything. Let me say that Yoruba. Oh, it means slave too. Yoruba means slave. Even if they ask you to go and bring your proof, go and bring your record. Do you have any record of this word Yoruba meaning slave? Bring proof. You say, forget proof. What is proof? We'll talk about proof. But someone use proof.
And before you know, if it's an urban tale, and it might find itself into books, modern books, it will not be in old classical books, but if you are not careful, it will enter modern books.
I'm even talking about the one of it meaning slave specifically. What book is it in? You even find book for that one. But
if I'm saying if you are not careful, if they repeat it,
I know what you mean. I get you.
It will become an urban tale and it will enter book. But the book will be recent.
Someone will go and write it in a book. It
will not be a book like classical book like the one I quoted, 18 something. Of course not. So like the other ones now, it has become urban tale. I think it has found itself into some book, but they are modern books. Because the things enter books by asking people, oh, sorry, what does this name mean? Somebody came to Nigeria and they said, now so you go enter book. But what you will not find is you will not find it in any classical book anywhere. Not even the Hausa speakers said this thing. This is why things have to be debunked on time. But thank God the old books captured the actual meaning. Thank God. Thank God.
Great. Professor Olabola, thank you very much for today's lesson. We hope that tomorrow when we converge, we can also continue to tap into your wealth of knowledge and to learn more.
Miss Eleyii, but that my brother did a good job too.
Yeah.
That my brother did a good job. I'm going to more online. The second shower. Yellow day, Mola. Any berries?
I think it was 25 to life. 25 to life, you did a good job. Thank you.
Good job, yeah. Oh, I think I saw him on that live to giving them, teaching them.
Yeah, he tried.
So what he will do next? Next time that he catches them, I know he will kill them. Because he now has...
Exactly. Exactly. So what those people do is that when they see that you know your onions, you know your facts, you know what they were trying to do? They will try to drown your voice out of that discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when next 25 to life goes there now, they discover that it be like say this guy don't.
So if you go there the next time,
they will not start shouting.
If you go there the next time and you notice,
tell me, no, you must.
And they notice that you don't really know what you are saying, they will allow you.
Other times, all about like them, but you explain something to them, you've explained it, you've answered their question, but they don't, simply because they don't have a retort, they don't have how to answer again. You know what they will do? Nothing to say. They don't have anything to say again. If they answer that question, they will not pick up the mic. You know what they will say?
Tell me.
They will say, "You must answer my question. Answer my question, no." You must answer that question today. Benny.
Oh, you don't know these people, I swear. I swear to. What stupid question did you ask?
So, of course, he heard everything you said, but guess what? So when the fuel finishes in a car, the car will start hiccups. So that hiccups is a repetition. That's full stop. And yet they full stop. No continuance. Nothing to say further. So our man she hiccups, our man she sunke. What is that Esuke? He will be stuck on the last point he thinks is valid. The very last thing he has to say. He will start saying, "You must answer my question. What is Yariba? Who named you Yariba? When was the last time Yoruba was written?"
I was there, but I just
You've answered everything.
You did not answer.
You asking, what is Yariba now? What is Yariba now? And yet it is called a drone having hiccups. They are drones, they are not having hiccups. You know what is hiccup? It's okay.
I know this can happen in real life. You do Igodomi. You know, I don't know who told them those things though. So there are some things that they repeat to themselves in some WhatsApp group. And they are so convinced. You know, sometimes you can be stupid, right? But at least when they don't open your eyes, when your eyes don't clear, don't be stupid again. I think it's that Isuke that you talked about. So in their group chats, there is one guy, I don't know, that would have convinced them. My people, you see this question, if you ask Yoruba, they will never be able to answer. And they'll be happy. Wow!
Guess what? Voila. A Yoruba person emerges and answers that thing. You know what has happened to that person? That person has reached a dead end.
Dead end. So I know those things that they tell them that they can know. They will say things like, no Yoruba knows the meaning of the word Yoruba. Go and ask them now. Go out into the world and go and meet them on TikTok, on Twitter, on this one, on that one. Go! I want to mama Bobby zombie. They don't know
the meaning. They don't tell us. They don't unleash us to the world. They said they don't know the meaning. Yes.
I have been sent into the world. Bring me up. They will not come. Hey, I have a question for you. You will not be able to answer it. You will not be able. Tell me the meaning of Yoruba. And you just tell them it means the apex king. I said, tell me the meaning of Yoruba. Oh. I just said it. It means
they will say it again. No, I said the meaning now. Tell me the meaning. I said it means the apex king, the supreme.
And you'll be there calm like it means apex
king.
You say, you see now everybody.
No, tell me the meaning now.
You will say everybody. Tell me the meaning. Can you see that? I asked him for the meaning of Yoruba. He did not talk. He did not tell me. But no, and sometimes, look at me. You know, sometimes I actually believe
a drone having a.
I actually believe that the guy did not hear.
So they are drones. You know why they are drones? Because they are drones. Because that is what has been programmed into their brain. You want to download it. No Yoruba knows the meaning of the whole wild world.
You cannot hear.
So that is why they are drones. They are having hiccups. Why? Because they are regurgitating and repeating the very last thing they think they have a point on. So it is coming up over and over and over. So they are drones. They can't think of any other thing to say again. You know, if it was an intelligent being, you will really find something else to say. Maybe something, you know, become innovative. It is called innovation. They cannot be innovative.
Yeah, they cannot lead that. So
they cannot innovate.
You will tell the guy
they cannot innovate. No. They themselves don't really know anything. They are tabula rasas. They are empty. The only thing they know is what has been downloaded to their brain, and then they've been sent out into the world like swarms to go and parrot that same thing. So that's why they are drones. They are having hiccups because they have now hit a dead end. What are they now doing? They are now going, instead of going forward, they are now going up and down.
Yeah.
Up and down. Up and down. They can't progress. So that is a drone having hiccups. That's how you know you've caught them red-handed.
Let me give you another example, Olukumi. The guy will send them from the group chat. Go now into the world. No Yoruba can tell you the meaning of OODUA. They use OODUA. I am telling you, I am the greatest historian.
OODUA, no. OODUA does not mean anything in their language.
OODUA does not mean anything. I am the greatest historian in Eleyii and Igodomi together combined. Go now and then ask them. They will not
ask them now. Ask them. What
you just send them one
for them. They don't have the meaning.
You say before I open my eyes, 3, 2, 1, go. They will just come out. Go to
you see them all over social media space. Yoruba, you must tell us to
bring me up. The guy will come up. I have a question for this Yoruba man that's talking. If you can answer me on this question, what is the meaning of OODUA? Before you start to answer, I say, answer me now. But you just ask the question.
Calm down now. You just ask now.
I said,
allow me to breathe.
Let me answer now.
Answer, Yariba. You must answer. It's sure for you.
Oh, look, let me act it with you. I'm the guy that they just sent into from. Oh, look, they say you are Olukumi. You be Olukumi. You know history. Oh, yeah, tell me the meaning of OODUA.
You just asked me the question.
Tell me the meaning of OODUA. Tell me now.
Like, do you want an answer to your question or you just want to shout and rant? Calm down. I will answer you, okay? And then when I answer you, don't cry. Don't cry.
Talk the meaning of OODUA. You don't know.
Calm down. Let me answer your question.
Oh, yeah, answer.
You want to be unfortunate?
Oh, yeah, answer.
Let me answer your question, okay?
Answer now.
Host, mute this guy. Host, mute this guy. This guy is being disruptive. Mute him.
When you now tell the guy, okay, let me just source of existence. You don't tell him source of existence. The guy will say, tell me the meaning of OODUA now.
Olabola, there's one part you guys are missing, right? Wait, there's one part you guys are missing. They needed one Yoruba person. They needed one Yoruba person that will agree with them to validate them.
Yeah.
And that person becomes point of reference.
Yeah.
Even this person is Yoruba.
Do you know the most annoying thing when this thing happens?
Yeah.
An ignorant Yoruba person and Ogberi on the topic in question. It will now come. Nobody send you. You just enter a room. When you enter a space, what do? You read your environment. You stay there for at least 10 minutes. Okay, Reju. In the list. You're using that 10 minutes to study. Okay, even if I were to intervene and come in, where do I come in? What is actually being discussed in this space? They won't do that. They will just say, request, bring me up. My name is Olalade. I am from Ife.
Yeah.
He's lying.
I see.
There's no word called Okiora in the whole of Ife. There's no neighborhood called Okiora.
And that's all they need. And they say, yeah, you should see what correct.
This person is from Ife. He says there's no word called
Okiora. That one will be guest of honor. They will just carry that one. If that one is Baba Awori, they will say, Baba Awori, thank you. You are the
They will now bless that person with 100 coins.
Yes, they will. In fact,
they will buy meat pie on TikTok. They will buy meat pie for him, Coke, Fanta, jollof rice.
They will carry the person to their village.
When that person finishes talking, they will not say, don't go down, stay there, remain there.
They will not say, you, Baba Awori, you are the real Yoruba. You see all this other you are fake. You are the real.
What? And if you say, man, they will give him a wife.
You are the real Yoruba.
Quick.
Please, we are opening room tomorrow.
They will say, Olawola. They will say, you are a true Omoluabi.
You are exactly Omoluabi. You are a true Omoluabi.
Those other ones, they are not Omoluabi.
Those ones are not Omoluabi at all.
You see, as a Yoruba person, whenever you see your detractors, whenever you see other groups in Nigeria telling you that you are a good boy, you are a good Yoruba, just go and check your life.
Just know your life has spoiled.
Just know that if it never occurred to you that you are doing anything wrong, just re-examine everything that you've done for the past 1 hour. Immediately do a reassessment. Whenever you go into a space of people, you say something. Those people are not Yoruba people, you say something there, especially in the midst of Nigerians, and then you start hearing, you are a good boy, you are a good lady, you are Omoluabi. I like your own type of Yoruba. Just know that your own don't finish. I think
the advice we have for our people is this, right? If you are in doubt, you are better off not talking, right? Just do the Miranda. Remember the Miranda right, right? Anything you say can be used against you. If you think you doubt with the subject, it's okay to be quiet.
I swear. People don't know that. They don't know it's okay. Many people don't know it's okay to be quiet. They don't know. They think, if I go there now and they ask me something, I say, I don't know. That one is bad. But if I just say rubbish, that one is good. No.
And this person that you just mentioned is the classic example. That one. That year one. Classic example.
Oh God, you.
I've never seen anyone so dense.
My descendant. I'm actually telling you that.
So you are there.
Who is the person? Do I know him?
So you are there, seated in the midst of people. You are looking at those people like your equal. So we are all equal. We are sharing all this thing 10%. We are 10 in number. So we're going to share this thing 10, 100. Mind you, the other people that you are sitting there with, they are looking at you like a slave. They are telling you, so look around, you want to one bed, or the boy or dead, or you want to be a bound dog back. Look around, in cotton penny moon to land in a moon, akboda, or swore. So in your mind, you are thinking, so this is about my equals now. We are all brothers and sisters in this Cuba. Meanwhile, they are looking at you like, look at this one fool. We'll use you when we suck you like orange, we'll throw your pin away. Or we would use you to achieve our means and then plant you there and leave you as a mole. So you are a what? What do they call those people?
You're a tool.
You are a tool. So you know what? You know how they would even look at you? They'll look at you like, if you can betray your own people, you bear their name, you speak their language, you socialize with them every day, You eat from them, you drink from them. You are literally those
raised
people.
you. They raised you from a child.
You can do this to them in our midst.
I don't. What can you not?
We can't trust you. We can't trust you because there's nothing you can do. So if we now bring you to our own, if we initiate you into our own inner caucus, what are the chances that you wouldn't do the same thing to us over here? You're not a reliable person. You're not a trustworthy person. You are a betrayer. Nah. A person like you, a person with character like yours, cannot be trusted. We will use you quite all right.
Anyway, I mean, I'm not
saying we will use you. It's not as if we won't use you. It's even good. We will use you. But don't think that you would have the same status as we. Our Alba is supreme. Yeah. And then when we are done with you, maybe we'll send you back and you're going to be collecting information for us somewhere as a slave. Probably. Who knows? Yeah. But don't ever get that misconception that you and them are on that same high table together.
Nah.
And then you are not going to share the spoils. No. When they are done with you, they dispose of you. Or send you to somewhere far off and then they share the spoils amongst themselves.
It's obedient.
Àwọn Yorùbá obedient.
Àwọn Yorùbá obedient.
Àwọn Yorùbá obedient tó wọ́n la ojú wọn lẹ̀ gbogbo obedient bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gba obedient láti east wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gba gbogbo àwọn contesting positions.
As in.
Kíkẹ́ Lùbá Oṣòdì Sọ̀lọ̀ Okòòlì Mushin constituency 1 Achiefata Etí Ọ̀sà ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin Yorùbá obedient. Is it that you people don't have brain?
As in, there are some. Wait, or maybe they were changing it. As the Igbos are collecting the positions in Yoruba land, maybe Yorubas are collecting positions in Igbo land in obedience.
Oh yeah, maybe they are doing like exchange program. Maybe let's check.
No exchange. What I understood was as soon as Obi became the candidate, right? All the Yoruba people in Labour Party that have already
maybe they were not the
candidates, they changed them. All of them. They changed them.
If you don't have brain, if you don't have anything in this world, shouldn't you recognize immediately that you are in an ethnic party? Hey. But anyway, I also understand how mob mentality and populist politics, I understand how it can make people lose their... Do you understand?
They will just give you one stupid explanation, like, no, it's because...
Normally, when you're about to want to mob, when you're in a cult, when you're in a mob, you lose your your agency for independent thought, you lose it in the middle of the crowd. So what you do is that you surrender your independent agency, you surrender it to the crowd, rather than thinking for yourself. Because on a normal day, that person is not stupid though. On a normal day, if it were to be something happening in your own family, you will ask questions like,
wait a minute.
Why is Baba Munkaila? Yes, now, you ask questions in your own family. Why is Baba Munkaila the one color being everything? What's happening? That means you are not a stupid person. You have brain, you can think. Wait.
Yeah, that person is not stupid.
The land that they said we should share at okay or done. But my uncle took over long kilon shele. You now go there, you go and challenge him at the next family meeting. I no go agree. But you, that same person, a grown-up man, you will not carry your head with your baby. You're going to be doing LP top to bottom. Are you daft? Don't you know the consequence of what that thing you are saying? So even if a goat is the one standing in that party, you will vote for that goat. Like I don't. Anyway, like you know, the effect of cultism can be very, very strong indeed. Because kini don't want any culting.
Also, one come ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa pé ọmọ ẹ gọ̀ oní kó má ṣe àti kú. Kí ló máa pa tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ó bá ṣàgùn tó gbà ẹ́? Onípẹ́ ọmọ mi gbàgbé kò sí fún ọmọ ṣe àti kú. Àgọ̀ yẹn náà ló máa padà pa náà. Ló ń pàdé tó kì í ṣàgọ̀. Oh God. Oh guys, go. As in tó bá ti ń ṣe hiccups yẹn, máa ń ro kíni máa kàn máa wẹ ní ẹ báyìí pé èèyàn kan dẹ́n tẹ̀lé obìnrin tó ń lóun bímọ.
Ọmọ máa ṣe kí ọmọ máa sún kéèkì kíkan. Tell me the meaning of Yoruba now. I said, you know how you would make that thing sweet. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń wá agitated yẹn, you just stay calm. Don't be agitated with him.
Yeah.
So all the while he's shouting, becoming animated, tell me the meaning of just employ your Labala's technique. It means apex king. Go read Abiyokuta and the Cameroon's mountains. It was written there clearly that for want of a better explanation, we must feign to be satisfied. It means Ori Oba Apex. You know that thing is a double whammy. Number one, it proves that Oba thing that it has been in the linguistic repertoire of the Yoruba people for as far back as at least that time. Oba is not something that came.
That Oruba exists in Ahmed Baba's thing in 1596. I mean that Oba, the word Oba exists in a written form.
The word Oba existed
in the 1500s.
Of course.
Writing exists for it. Later,
and then you finish like a boss, and then the person comes again. Tell me the meaning, no. You must tell me the meaning, no. You must say what it means. You tell that person, calm down.
I know the funniest thing. Olukumi, this whole mob mentality, it extends beyond the online, what have you. So I have my class group where I graduated. The Benin people there. In fact, there was something I did recently, right? So they were all parading that Benin war, right? So they were parading that Benin war, right? So the thing crept into my group, into my class group. You know what I did? I just took that Olabola rendition of that war. I put it there. The next guy like, next time, just face your own history. Don't ever you come.
Wait. I would have told you my history. You stole my own word.
Imagine telling an Awori person that next time, just face your own history.
That was the first time he's been arguing Yoruba history with me for a long time. Just listen to that. The guy came from nowhere. He warned me.
The thing is that when they do these things, they don't realize what they're actually doing until you do it back to them. They won't see it.
So after he warned me, nobody has spoken. So the point I'm trying to make.
What you should do, sometimes it is good to carry a mirror. You know all these big long mirrors that we put in the carry that mirror, just put it in front of that person like this. I'm going to you know what? Whatever it is that you are doing, I'm going to reflect it back to you so that you see your own actions in full display. And then they now start getting agitated.
So the point is,
our history. Don't talk about why are you talking about us?
It goes offline as well.
The way somebody was forces of nature are making.
So that when you got there, started getting agitated. I don't know what I did. Maybe I did.
So you were saying when you mentioned the son, don't talk about the son. Why are you talking about? But wait, you just called some people frauds 5 seconds ago. You just said Yoruba historians are fraudulent. So is it that when you are saying your own, you don't realize you've normalized it in your brain? But when somebody says the slightest, when somebody throws the slightest invective at you, immediately you catch the sub.
So they take it.
Nothing is expressly stated.
So the thing goes.
That sub. You say, don't talk about me. Why are you referring to me?
So the propaganda penetrates to their mainland. Like for the Igbos now, I know they have this conference they do once a year. They call it World Igbo Congress in the US. So that's almost like a echo chamber for real life and how they disseminate information. And you'll be surprised. You will hear something from Mr. A in Texas, hearing the same thing from Mr. B in Maryland, and the same thing from Mr. C in California. Then you know, okay, there's a way these guys communicate. I think we need to.
You are getting it wrong. Share down when you're telling someone, they don't need any Igbo conference anywhere to repeat and parrot the same thing. They are already wired the same way already by default from birth.
But the source of information, how do
conference, World Igbo Conference, Umu Igbo, there's another one, Umu Igbo Unite. It's not all those ones, anything. It's because they've been indoctrinated into the same belief. So that is why you see from the highest ranking person to the most lowly in the society, they all have the same talking points. You will say a professor like this will be repeating what can be aptly categorized as beer parlor talk. Somebody
like
who is a professor.
The same thing that guy.
You will not see any difference between somebody who is a professor that has multiple degrees and somebody who is selling gala in traffic. They will be saying the same thing.
Yeah, but the topic in vogue, it penetrates among them at the same time.
Àti èèyàn tó wà nínú the highest chambers of academic discourse. Are they going to the same conference? No.
So, Olukumi, the point mo make non here saying pé tó bá ti disseminate bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ti ní conduit tó máa fi wọlé. Somehow they all echo the same thing around the same time on the same top subject. Báwo ló ṣe ń go far?
a good question.
Because pushing go far.
So pushing go far, yeah. The point is, our conference tension, yeah. It goes fast through other more avenues that are closer to the people. But we later are just super formal. Meet things like WhatsApp, mass broadcasting messages, things like Radio Biafra. Those things are more effective than we later in song. It's not about some conference.
In Nigeria, they are an ethnic group, but they are close to having cult behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So Yoruba lower less of that feature. Nigeria. If you go to the north,
definitely.
If you go to Benin, like that, the Oba is number 1 of the cult.
It's like a cult.
Yeah, the Benin cult group. If you go to Igbo land, it's almost the same way. I feel like in fact, I don't know which one is stronger, the northern one or the Benin one. I don't know which one is stronger of those two. But that cult behavior, where you lose your independence. No, I think the Edo one is stronger. I know that I ask one person, say, if your Oba say you should not think with your brain, will you think or not? Will you obey or not? The guy could not answer. So I think the Edo one is stronger.
Oh, and this is in 2024. Imagine how it would have been in, like, say, 1740.
As a hypothetical question. So if your Oba say you should not use your brain to think, will you obey him or not? The guy could not choose a thing. He doesn't know which one to choose. Hey, will I disobey my Oba now? Will I now disobey? I'm like, is this guy mad? Because that's what your person can even slap yourself saying, yeah. So is that cult thing, long fact. So once that thing comes out to their public, once that information comes out, nobody can think on their own again. If the thing says, kill your father, that's what they're going to do, like, so me, kill your father, kill. They'll know they think. They know they think again. So it's a cult thing.
And all of them, their source is their parent, and the second source is shouting.
Yeah.
It must be true. That thing is true. Nobody survived. I was in one of their rooms yesterday. I'm like, man. Sometimes you feel like, why do we have to defend Yoruba land?
Another one is them pretending to cite primary sources, or them pretending to read primary sources, and then now misinterpreting what they are reading inside. One was doing it today. One from Akwa Ibom was doing it today. I was like, yeah?
It doesn't exist.
What are you reading? What are you saying? This guy, Jesus. When you bring a source, he was reading Bondarenko, that guy.
Oh, okay.
He was reading Bondarenko and he was interpreting it in a very salacious way. I was like, blood of Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar only. I see.
So what they are doing is that they can clearly see what they are reading, but they will lie, say that lie out, they will parrot it, you will hear, and then they will now say it is from Bondarenko. They will now do what? They will now back it up with that actual reference.
He did something worse today later. That's what he did. You know that popular article on Ijebu that we've read 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
That traces Ijebu to Ife. You want to prove that Ijebu is not from Ife, you now go and carry that kind of article. Can't you go and find something else to carry? Article that the whole point of the article was
maybe they will now concentrate on that part where that Awujale says that the theory of the Ife connection is rubbish.
What it is worse than that.
Kilowashio.
Something that does not exist anywhere it doesn't exist anywhere at all.
Thank you. Somebody said you couldn't even read more. My eyes, they push me for that guy. You gonna say this one are illiterate. If you see how this one that guy they read like person when they primary 2. This guy saw Siluko. Siluko River. He saw Siluko in Ovia Southwest in Edo on the border of Ondo State. This guy saw Siluko written S-I-L. Can you spell it? Siluko. S-I-L-U-K-O. Siluko. It was saying that there was a cultural influence that came in from that Siluko area into Udo because it's right there beside Udo. Very, very close. Guess what this guy says? He says, it's a Luku.
Oh my God.
Ejo, kini Siluko ati Isele Uku kini wọ́n fi jọra.
Sometimes
this guy wanted to read Siluko. He said Isele Uku. I was like,
he can't argue my God, all the executives, right, in all the companies in Nigeria, they are all Yoruba. So on our site, MTN. So we should also the MTN website here. Okay, the executives only this is the claim that in Yoruba land they don't put any Igbo person in any position of importance, right? So he now saw Igbo name. He say, okay, the first important position, they always give it to Yoruba first. The guy was just twisting his narrative as he was reading the evidence. I said, Kai.
You know how we...
So now...
This Spark Wiz, now through this thing you talk, they're also learning, say before, when we all started on this TikTok, when we all came, at least, Olabola, I know when I came, I know what I met. Nobody was discussing any book, nobody was reading anything. But now, have you noticed that they are now pretending to now start reading books and bringing sources?
Exactly.
So, I want to adapt. They are adapting to. Sometimes, some of these things that we do, I have mixed feelings about it sometimes because I feel like people they will also adapt and now start bringing sources and now start actually reading too. Yeah, but the good thing is that when they read, they will read, and then they'll read until they stumble upon the actual truth.
Remember on Clubhouse now?
In those things they are reading. Like, for example, Samek now, I think he has come across intelligence report on Benin. He said, if I read waiting day for inside intelligence report of Benin, I beg, no be me, my hand, no day there. You know why he's saying that? You know that if he reads that intelligence report on Benin, which actually was not written by Gareva, it was not written by Lingret, it wasn't written by anybody, it was written by not even the one by Marshall, there was another one again that was written. So there was intelligence report on Benin City, there was intelligence report on Benin Division, Benin Province, 2 different reports. Intelligence report on then various districts, intelligence report on Usain, intelligence report on Udo, intelligence report on Iyekori, and so on and so forth. So you now start reading, you stumble upon these things, and then you now start giving disclaimers. If I go read this and I beg, no be me talk the thing where they inside though, because you know what is already there.
Mob.
Yeah. So that is the dilemma of reading. When you read wide, you now start coming across, especially for these peeps, you come across the truth in your course of reading. And then you can either do 2 things. You can hide it and pretend like you haven't come across the truth and then go out there to continue deceiving people, or you can just, suddenly become mute. And then all of a sudden, people just say that they're not seeing you again. Where is this guy? Where is this guy? Where is this guy? He's no longer talking. What happened? No, he's not talking because he has now joined the rank of the academia. He has joined the rank of the academia. He has now seen the truth and he cannot continue to defend that lie. So rather than coming out to publicly disavow himself, what will he do? He will mute up. He will now leave all these little children. He will leave all these little children to continue doing saga.
Lukumi, yeah. What you described was exactly what happened to Professor Uyuswalale that night.
No. At least he was already muted on the topic from the start. He chose not to talk about it.
Oh, he was talking. It was when they brought him up for debate that he muted when we make a submission.
No, but he was talking about other. Even when he came up, he was talking about other topics until they now asked him, "This word Oba, is it our word?" It's not that time.
No. So what happens is we were having a space somewhere, right? He was now fighting some other Yoruba guys in another space. So I remember people were messaging me. Another space. Yeah, people were messaging me, "Olabala, come, one professor on his one." So when me and you we now entered, by that time he left. Maybe he left immediately or just before we came in. So that Benin boy was now shouting, "Yes, Olabala, you are here. I'll go and bring Professor Oyi for you. Professor, I'll go and bring him for you." He now went to about
Baba that is an academician. What did happen? Did you mute up? Hello?
We are here.
Oh,
I think it's our people.
I don't know what happened. I thought it was me. I was scared for a second. Okay.
Yeah, I think as our people are learning the history, right, is boosting their morale. In all fairness, there's deficiency of the Yoruba history out there. A lot of our people, they kind of know something is wrong, but they don't know what it is. So that kicks it plays with their self-confidence. And, they just let go. But I think now that people are getting equipped, right? And you know, funny enough, you see the people like all these big names on Twitter. All of them, of course, they can't come here anonymously, right? On Twitter, they always come to our sessions. You see, they are experts. Narrative the next day. What's his name?
Me, I just want to thank the people who have been working on the ground to record so many of these powerful talking points that people like Olabola have been dishing out into easily digestible bits and tidbits, snippets, right? That are in packaged, like dropping them like packages, such that these packages, Olabola, don't be surprised when people start sharing these packages across platforms, and then it now does a rendezvous and return back to you. You just see someday someone will just send your own, what you said, just send it back to you that, wow, Olabola, I got this from somewhere. And then I immediately, of course, I recognize that this was you, it was your voice. This has happened to me numerous times. Some works that I do and throw out there, somebody sends it back to me, not knowing that I'm the one that actually did that thing. Because I am more in the writing other works,
side.
Yeah.
You see the one you did on
because of course, when you write, nobody can hear what you write. So people now send that thing to me. Of course, when things go viral, this thing just returns back to me. I say, no, that's when you know that, oh wow, you've done a good job. When your work
and some of them were dated and put their propaganda, like the one you did for the Lagos State, Oba, and all the founding towns, right? They've dictated that thing and they've propaganda. In fact,
so I understand what is going. So some people do it because they look at the list. It's only 100. My village is not here. Let me put it. They do that. If that's the case, no problem.
No, they even change the story
for material motives.
Yeah, they put the Conquer story. They have to dig something in there, and I'm like,
no, me, I didn't see that one. Which Conquer story?
But I thought I sent it to you now.
Yeah, no, but you just said no. You said somebody inserted some places there. That was what you said.
What the bastardized? In fact, the last one I saw was so annoying. I just like, you know what? I know the guy who authored this thing, and I don't know who is doing what. Anyway, I want
to say things. So that's the thing, right? There are some things that are beyond control. There are some things that you just can't stop. So somebody sees a list online, faps the list, and then redacts and edits the list and introduces some things into that thing. That one is there's nothing we can do about that. That's the good thing about that is that the original it went viral. A lot of eyes saw it. That's the only reason why that person had the opportunity to see it in the first place. And then from there, all these blog crawlers, all these blogger crawlers that crawl over the internet looking for materials to fap and publish as if it were theirs. They come across your article, they come across things that you write, and then they publish it on their own platforms. So at least for that one, but it come and need visibility. Where you should be getting worried is if that one that is the Futufete is now going more viral, now having more visibility than the original work.
Oh no, that's a problem. The one, especially the one for Lagos, the one that was going viral, is a fake one.
No, Look, that's not true.
Let me send you one that went through to my people recently, and I will send it to you, and you see what I'm talking about.
Anyways, whatever the case, Olabola, you were saying something. Olabola, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Okay, he's not there. He's not there. Omo Alade, are you awake? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening to you guys.
Okay, have you got anything to say or add, contribute, comment, side remarks?
Generally, I just want to say, the hatred for Yoruba is so much, especially from Titanic. I was there yesterday when it was seeing all sorts of rubbish.
Yoruba story is basket of periwinkles. That one, yeah. Now we'll continue to continue what you were saying, please.
Okay, it was just saying all sorts of rubbish about Yoruba. There's a lot of things that happen on social space that don't have control. The way he was talking said as if, you should be close to me so that I can give him a very dirty slap. But that's not possible because of this boy is a small boy. He's sorting your sort of things and just because, we are on. So generally me, I'm tired of Nigeria because the insult coming to Yoruba is as a sort of Nigeria space that we're having together with them. Ordinarily, if not for the fact that we are in the same space as a country, I don't think such a boy or even his tribe will have any mouth to say any negative thing about Yoruba. So I'm tired of the whole thing because it seems there's no end to what is going on. People.
Do you want me to tell you something? If somebody has told you before, do you want me to tell you now?
I'm with you.
This whole back and forth saga thing, guess what? It will never end.
Yeah, that is it. It won't.
So you may be frustrated because
people have told you that before, you must have heard it, but I'm just reiterating.
So you may be frustrated
so
because
if you are saying I am tired, this whole thing, they are just talking about this one, they are sagaring us every day, they are guess what he said about a house built upon a hill. So what is that thing about a house built upon a hill? A little kitty. Man, so
it cannot be hidden.
Cannot be hidden. Everybody passing by will be seeing the house like, see that blue house. In fact, the house will become a landmark. People will use it to describe direction. When you turn to the right, you brush out under that. Sometimes we do it too now. We talk about the mango. The mango. So you cannot hide it. People will talk about Yoruba that's the thing. Do you know what Yoruba is do you know our relative position in Nigeria? They are jealous of a whole lot of things. Okay, if it were you, or if now you be Urobo, I beg. If now you be, I don't want to mention any group that I've not expressly seen on TikTok here talking about Yoruba people. If now you be Anang, and you take a look at Yoruba land, I beg, won't you talk?
Of course.
No, won't you talk? Except if you just want to be quiet, but normally if you're a talkative, if you're normally an extroverted person that can talk, some people just don't like talking naturally. But if you belong to that group or class of people that talk naturally, talk about other issues, and then you now see Yoruba land, you see progress, dirty December, everybody is kinikon, they are progressing, they are doing this. Won't you talk? Won't you talk? You will talk. You're already extroverted. What's left for you? Just open space and start ranting. So if you think this whole people talking about Yoruba, it will now come to one crescendo, climax, and then it will now end, everybody will now go and rest. In fact, not only you, anybody who thinks so, hearing my voice now, hear it loud and clear. It is not going to finish. Some people are saying, I am tired. Let Yoruba people separate. Let us go and form Yoruba nation. At least we will be... Do you think if you go to Yoruba nation, do you think people will stop talking? People will not stop talking because regardless of whether you're in Yoruba nation or not, Ekala they ran, some people still be talking about one fake Ekala they ran somewhere. You're not going to end anything. That's the truth. So Yoruba is that thing called the Sinosor of all eyes. It is that house that is built upon that hill. Every passerby will see it. It will become a landmark. It will become a vanguard, a shining beacon. I have never seen anywhere in Nigeria where more than 12 disparate ethnic groups gather themselves together in a space. One is Isan, one is Urobo, one is from Akwa Ibom. God knows where in Akwa Ibom. Maybe Anang or Oro or Akwa Ibom or Ibibio. Only God knows. One is Calabar, Efik, or maybe from Ugoja Axis. One is Ogoni. 3 are Igbo. One is Ijo. All of them gather themselves together. Oh, guess what they are talking about? They are discussing Yoruba people.
Oh, what's your solo?
Okay, welcome back. Where did you go?
Prof, Baba So they were having that space on another room, right? And we were having our own Yoruba space, Yoruba nation. Don't she receive messages now? And I hate that thing when people are like, so anytime we are discussing this thing, you know why you are listening to us. You'll just be dancing. Yeah. So people just listen to it as entertainment. Well, I mean, it's okay to hear it for entertainment. It's okay to praise. Professor Olabola, thank you. We have.
Don't hear it also to also use it too. Don't just hear it for, I want to entertain myself.
Especially those who are really interested in using it. Those ones going to remember. If you are one of those who goes on their stage to engage, then, and you are seeing the information coming free again or free. And you don't remember to use it until we are finished talking about it. Me or being down. So they were now messaging. Come and say, but I think don't call me. Or me, that thing can irritate me sometimes. More message me. Part
love, part desperation. And you've talked about it before that sometimes when you don't tell a child that he is capable of feeding himself, he doesn't realize it until he successfully raises a muscle and swallows it by himself. And then he realizes that, wait, I can also swallow. Wow. Yeah.
So God is saying she would not hesitate. The way she would look at them would be different. She'll be looking at them like Era. Because she went up, I can imagine that she would be worried initially when she went there. And they asked her something, he's like, oh yes, in the year 1956, no, 1596.
It was in the heat of the moment. I don't think she realized
it was normal, which is very, very normal. Go and fuck up. Go and say 1596. Go and say 1956 instead of 1596.
At least you have said something, and you are saying what they are saying is wrong. At least you are saying something.
You have learned that. At least you have convinced yourself. That thing that you are thinking in your mind. Go there. Go and see that they want German. When you engage them, then you now see how empty, how felle they are. How felle be walantaku. So the next time she sees them, she's going to look at them like, yeah, Kiningana. Yeah, and if she wants to talk to them,
she will say, Nikini.
That is what happens when you. Boy, one message me. One of them, one on the soki. Because excuse to press request. Press it on your phone. Request. They will bring you up. Because excuse to submit. Where I want to press it. My finger is not paining me. Use your second finger. That one too is big.
Character Olabola you. Olabola you're a case.
Excuse me, ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn wá jáde tán tó fi ní lọ sókè.
Olabola ọjọ́ táwọn ọmọbìnrin máa gba ẹmu lójú títì.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi tẹni mo sọ, ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí ò fẹ́ lọ debate wọn tó ń ṣàn. So the reason is that he knows more than them. If they know 20, this guy knows 200. That one, I'm only for West Soya. Kilometer 200. He knows 2,000 if these people know 20. Now, this information I just gave you now, so somebody who knows 20 and somebody who knows 2,000, the 2,000 is afraid of the 20. It's because he has not told himself that he can go to that space. But you know the doing another my football, okay? I want to be. But you know the loud. I was like, oh yeah, go press it. They will bring you. Mr. Olabola, I want to press it. My nail is long. It's not allow me press. My nail is very long. I don't know how to press it. It's not that I don't want to press it. Cut your fingernail. There's no blade again in that home. There's no blade.
Use your teeth.
As I was walking, I said, now for my teeth now remove everything. Oh, excuse me, go for me. Mo ṣá wàhálà títí pé ìjọ kan gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sókè yẹn kó lọ bá wọn tó bá ti lọ ló máa wá rí pé báwo wọn tí mò ń fọ́ fún àṣehàn tẹ ẹja mọ́ nkankan. They really don't know nothing. So ìgbà tó bá parí.
Ṣòtúndé tí mo sense ẹ
Me. Just send come to me.
Henderson.
Okay.
Telegram, Abi. Let me go and check.
No, WhatsApp.
Okay. Let me. Yeah.
Mo ti ń send kíní lecture Yorùbá yẹn mo ti ń gbé sínú group wọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa jí láàárọ̀ báyìí wọ́n máa bú mi ni pé you don't start again.
Ẹ ṣáà filẹ̀ bí tọ́ba ti bú iná ọmọ gbọ́ lẹ́yìn.
Àwọn ti jù sínú ẹ̀ wọ́n máa engage ẹ̀.
Ṣé wà nínú Telegram group yẹn?
Jigbe. Part 2 yẹn. Because when you wanted to be a question and love me, Muti explain for 1,000,000 times, but because it's coming from me. So the other day, all these online professors on here, they counter the merit.
Don't trust me. Leave me alone. Just focus on the evidence. As in, why do people? So if I talk
because it's
what you ring about worrying, so I've seen what you said, but this was not in that version you sent to me about a year ago. So
and one thing changes, one might change
brackets, but the area was conquered by Benin warriors.
Exactly.
Over my dead body, I wouldn't write such a thing. If they wake my half asleep body up at 4 a.m., you will never catch such coming out of my mouth.
No, more. That's why I told you, agenda.
Yeah, I get you. But are you saying this one has gone more viral than I thought?
In fact, that one it went about 3 times round in 3 different or 4 different groups. So
look. So Jibaba, and you call the original Kenny, so you can't gauge the extent. So cycle
but the cycle that's the cycle where it matters, right? Because these are people think when you come.
Baba worry to tell us this. You go for
and he has to belong to the custodians too.
Look me to turn. Lórí TikTok kílé tó bàbá kùnmí sọ̀rọ̀ pé Bùnmi Kébìnì wọ́n gbé kó tí wọ́n sí third nígbà àwọn localize ibi kan wọ́n á fi bracket.
In fact, you didn't see it, so mo pe number exactly. That's exactly what they did.
Number 2 abi o number 2.
Okay, man.
Number 3.
It's an insertion actually.
Ebi méjì ló wá ṣá mari kan bí méjì mari bí kan bí kan ṣá mari kin ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ concentrate lọ.
Ẹ̀yin lọ list yẹn dáadáa mo ń bọ̀.
Okay.
I don't think the list was up to 16. But to say okay, 16 one see. Wọ́n tell if you latency at the point. Wọ́n lórí ke. And the thing is, can you put tí on bá ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ èèyàn only lock it up. But the good thing with audio though, it will be difficult for them to agenda audio. So okay.
Post it soon.
Okay.
So èmi fẹ́ recap mo ti miss lecture alẹ́ yìí. I want recap.
And only summarize, Abi.
Yeah.
Or you pick it up on Telegram. There are a few snippets here and there.
Okay.
Bola. Good evening. Abegbe is your friend now, Osaru. Osaru and Contra.
Yoruba Global is already up. It's already somewhere.
Some things in the list has been, like you said, has been changed. I'll take my one commander.
Shebi Mori first one, and I keep telling you, and I saw how it's changing. It won't change over time now. To come and adjust.
You were a live witness to the progression of change. How it was changing gradually.
Because in my cycle, right, that's where this thing matters, right? Because the people that belong to each of these kingdoms are there. And when you see them now push it themselves, then you know, okay, you need to think go viral. But I put on the change DSC. The latest one, Eleyii, and to buy my share on my signation on Slabeba, you want to be something. A minimal follow up and pay, you know what, guys? This thing have been changed. So
you said when I produced it was not skinny. The original list I made was 62 now, and it is still 62. I'll be showing me around thing.
62, no, original one, you but 62. Maybe it.
No, I think it was 62 or 60, somewhere about. I think they introduced like 2 places or so, where it was 60 something.
So that persisting, Baisha. It's been a minute, right? At least have been produced for a while now. But the thing is, at least is going round, right? And people are listening to it.
But the way I did this Lagos one, maybe I should make one from my own state, Kampakwa. Get you produced in those states. Lagos was in the spotlight that time. I decided to go for it.
The area of interest, none. On other states, until we were under contention. That would have been a good time to do that one, though, right? Because we might get traction.
Okay, ready, look at why.
You're wearing, but you're wearing nonsense. Because it's when those kind of things are happening, that's when taking a man gets traction.
Where is Olabola? Oh,
me fellow soon.
Yeah. Some people are signing off. Oh,
those status soon.
Walk by room. And Jensumo. Mama making this egg baby. Mama Sunduru. Ruler nonsense. I was sleeping. Biafra. I was sleeping. No, I was. Soon close Magbo. I know this is not a quality sleep. I think those guys are. When Remy was now giving them, was now reading book. Basically, they are just finding out this thing for the first time and they're so disappointed.
Seri Yoruba squad. Every time I hear Remy speaking about contemporary Nigerian history, Mama feel funny. Mama boga. That's the truth. Because I know in these particulars, I'm able to speak about the topic. I know things. I can talk. I can speak about it. But Remy will do a perfect job. He will bring you sources. So there's a difference between talking, blah, 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 hitting your upper lip with your lower lip, articulating words. There's a difference between when you say all that and then you now finish and now say, yeah. And then saying that and then now saying while you are talking, making in-text references. And then when you finish, you cite all your sources. This thing I said, I got it from here. You can read it. This thing I said, I got it from here. This thing I said, I got it from here. That's what distinguishes, that's the difference between converging heads in a room and just talking. Everybody is shouting over the other. People just want to saga, people just want to talk for the sake of it. And then people who talk for the sake of educating people. When I'm done here, if you so wish, go and read the primary sources where I got these things I'm saying. Go and read it from there. You will find it the way I've said it. And then people go there, while that person is speaking, some people are already doing the job, some people check it and then they come back with assessment. You are not lying, this thing you said is true. It's actually there. Nnamdi Azikiwe was actually fingered in a corruption case with his Eastern Bank then. The British had him by the blocos. And then they used that one to do what? They used that to strong arm him into making some very, very, very parochial judgments. Go and read so. West African pilot is there. You will see it there. He said so about the Igbo people being this and being that. You will go there, you will meet you there the way I said it.
Olùkùnmi ẹgbọ́gbà tí mo fi pidgin ṣàlàyé.
Olabola, you've been there?
Oh, that pidgin on one.
Ẹgbọ́gbà tí mo fi pidgin ṣàlàyé
So
nǹkan
tó bá ti gbọ́ Rẹ̀mí, tó bá ti gbọ́ Mr. Rẹ̀mí tó ń ṣàlàyé Nigerian contemporary, tó bá tí Mr. Rẹ̀mí bá ti lánìí, tó bá ti gbọ́ Balewa àti Èkó ẹ̀mí báyìí, èmi máa mute pa ni.
Yeah, because I know you can recognize pé ẹni yìí mọ ilé ìjọ mi lọ, ó mọ ẹjọ́ lé lọ. Kí ló tó wòye kí n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀?
Olabola ẹ fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Like some people just want to open their mic and just talk.
Ṣé voice mi ò ní hàn ní kíní yìí? Voice mi gbọ́dọ̀ hàn. It's not about kí voice ẹ hàn, kí ló fẹ́ sọ.
It's not by force to speak. Oh. It's not so because you enter a room, you meet a particular topic being discussed, does not mean that you have to contribute or say something. You can mute and also listen.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't become a case of too many. So everybody wants to be a chief. Nobody wants to be an Indian. When you have too many chiefs, too few Indians, then everybody is a chief. Then who are now the Indians?
So I think people judge you pé tí n bá sọ̀rọ̀. Mama wo mi bá kan pé mi ò sọ̀rọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ pé dandan kí n sọ. Tí mi sáré mi bá ti lè gba mic mọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ Azikiwe kíní kan. Tí mi
sáré mi bá ti gba mic tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ in the Western Parliament, the AGI, 75, the NCNC and the Ibadan People's Party, they had 52. The Mabalaje People's Congress.
Olùkùnmi, the only thing I can omit to say is to ask him clarifying question. Mo rí pé Mr. Remi ibẹ̀ wọ́n important wọ́n sáré fò kọjá. Mo máa fà wọ́n padà sẹ́yìn. Ẹ sọ ibẹ̀ wọn tó wà lẹ́yìn ò gbọ́.
Omele tó dùn.
Kí n bá wọn repeat ẹ̀ ní èdè tó yẹ pọ̀ wọ̀nyẹn gbọ́. Ṣé bí ìṣòbò gbogbo wọn lọ́kọ́ ra wọn sínú yàrá ẹ̀? Ìpíjì ni màá fi ṣe fún yín.
Bàbá orí ẹni sùúrù. Ọlábọ́lá ṣe kọ́kọ́ lánàá nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ kìíní yẹn lọ lánàá. Ó yẹ explain àwọn olóògbé ẹ̀ka tó fáwọn ọlọ́gbọ́n wọ́n keep short. Ó ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kejì pé àwọn olóògbé ní ìjẹ́ni rẹ̀ everybody bú sẹ́rìn ní ilé mi ní kí wọ́n yà bá wọn. Báwo ló ṣe mú kíní yẹn jáde náà? Kí ló rò fún gbogbo nǹkan báyìí jáde náà? Kí ló jẹ́ sọ lánàá ẹ̀ Mr. Remi ló sọ lánàá tó Ọlábọ́lá tó Mr. Remi ní sùn.
Mo máa ń wo bí ta wà yìí ọmọdé yóò gbó ìbò náà láti Mr. Remi ń sọ yìí. Mr. Remi ṣáà ti sọ ìmọ̀ ìtàn èmi ti gbọ́ ní sáà nìkan tẹ̀yìn sọ ẹ jẹ́ kí n bá yín sọ fún ọ lédè tó jọ yàrá méjì.
Ayé tu dáadáa.
Tó o ní wọ́n kù bí ṣe o máa wọnú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn lọ o máa wọnú orí wọn.
Omele tó máa ń dùn.
Mr. Remi kọ́kọ́ sọ tán yẹn àwọn ìbò kàbìtì ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá tún kíní sí tó máa yá àwọn pípọ̀ ìdàgbàsẹ̀.
Eléyìí tó máa ń dùn wọn jù ní tó bá find out pé £20 yẹn òun ṣòótọ́. Kí ni ẹ̀ máa ń dùn wọn gan pé £20 jẹ́ pé kí ni ẹ máa ń dùn wọn.
Wọ́n ń dùn wọn pé £20 yẹn is actually £10.
Wọ́n ti build the entire, wọ́n ti hinge the entire propaganda.
It's about the most propaganda kini.
Yeah.
Ó wà in the movies.
Mo sọ fún pé one man from Igbo land will be the second command to Ojukwu. Na him this man come out o. He say President Awolowo, if you give us £10, we are happy and grateful. £10. Na him this Awolowo good man. Na he say I go double am. Kini yẹn do wọn mo feel like ṣe jo wọn. I dey feel am say this thing dey pepper there. Na him the man say you say na £10 you ask for, I go double am.
£50 at that time was higher than the per capita income of the Eastern region.
Especially nígbà tó ń find out pé àwọn tó lówó bank wọ́n dá wọn padà fún un. Pé no, it can't be true. Our father didn't tell us that.
I swear. God, you see wrong with your very like.
That one a personal story.
Personal account in the video.
Olukumi, what about the guy that was saying, when I was working in Access Bank, Bola, was it?
Sometimes I
want off me.
Guys, another useless guy.
He borrowed him that money. He borrowed him. He did not take it to the bank. It's personal thing.
Okay, why do you say Obafemi Awolowo is son? accuse Obafemi Awolowo of
He's a very hateful man. That man.
Oh yeah, why? Because of Folarin.
Nítorí Folarin ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ ló sọ pé Obafemi Awolowo.
Sọ pé 957 that's where Obafemi Awolowo ṣe Obafemi Awolowo did. Kí ló ní o bá ṣe? Kí ló máa ń ṣe? Ó kọ́ dúró fún like 20 minutes ó kọ́ fi sọ̀rọ̀ ó sọ̀ka ló ti padà wá. Kí ni kò kí wọ́n wá sọ̀rọ̀ access bank náà pé ó ṣe.
Eléyìí tí wọ́n sọ mọ́ bí tẹ́lẹ̀ ni pé Ojukwu release Awolowo. Ìyẹn náà rí nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀. Onísìn wọ́n ti slow down.
Ẹ burú gan ṣá ẹ kàn ń boast gbogbo kinní wọn one by one nínú yàrá kan náà gbogbo nǹkan tó ti fi ṣe propaganda. Ṣé ẹ̀yin gan ẹ̀rí pé ẹ burú ẹ tún bu iyọ̀ gan pàápàá. So gbogbo àwọn nǹkan táwọn èèyàn ti fi ń ṣọlá tán ti fi ń ṣe yìí tán ti fi ń ṣe ẹ̀yẹ pé àwa rèé ẹ kàn ń fọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ níbi ìsàǹgbà.
You know why that thing is painful? Their whole ethnic solidarity is based on that story of
it's based around that victim. Exactly. And you're now busting everything. So to be as if you are attacking their entire existence. Yeah. Oh, you hear me that.
So Olabola, I think once in a while, máa lo pidgin yìí wọ́n gan lánàá torí gbogbo wọn ṣáké. So pidgin once in a while, wọ́n gbóyìnbó dáadáa.
Rẹ̀mí ló ní láti wọ́n pidgin, especially kí ni contemporary.
Combo Mr. Rẹ̀mí àti Olabola yẹn ti bá badass combo. Mr.
Rẹ̀mí tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá gbọ́ pidgin.
Àwọn sọ́ọ̀sì yẹn Olabola máa fi pidgin tú.
Mr. Rẹ̀mí tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá gbọ́ pidgin máa kọ́ yín kó ba lè yé wọn.
Inú tó ń bí wọn nìyẹn ara tó ń kan wọn nìyẹn.
Olabola Joe Madison ló máa ń sọ máa ní put it where the goat can eat it. Bí sí wọn lẹ́nu báyìí ilé ìjọba máa gbọ́ wọ́n jẹ́ kó ṣe wàhálà.
Give my father 20 pounds. My father 20 pounds. Is it the same condition? I don't know.
Wọ́n máa sọ 20 pounds yẹn bí 20 naira. As if they give their father 200 naira after the war.
Wọ́n tó yẹ pé ńgbà tó ń padà dé ńgbà yẹn ọ̀n náà ń ṣe ṣùmẹ̀kà ńgbà yẹn o wọ́n máa ń ta puff. In fact bọ̀bọ̀ kan tẹ̀ wà lọ́dọ̀ wa bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn fáyà la máa ń pè ó máa pray fún ẹ báyìí ó máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó bá fún lówó á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa pé then from there ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ta no mọ́mọ́ yẹn lọ́kọ́kọ́ ń tà ó wá di fire before you know it ó ti ṣí shop. I mean they just these people were well integrated especially in Lagos.
Ìkan tó tún máa ń dùn wọ́n ni Awolowo was the architect of the starvation. Tẹ́ bá ti wá sọ pé Ojukwu was kíní yẹn wọ́n máa wá bínú pé you are saying that Ojukwu was one that starved his people to death. What are you talking about?
Ẹ̀rí pé nínú propaganda wọ́n máa ń dismiss Azikwe wọ́n fẹ́ máa sọ wọ́n pa Azikwe lot.
TikTok policy. TikTok ti sọ pé Olabola uncle Rẹ̀mí and Olùkùnmi cannot be on the same stage at the same time.
Oh well, it's good.
Ibo ni wọ́n kọ́ sí line wo ló wà ní line 52 nàbí line 54.
Orúkọ kọ́tì náà wà ń bẹ̀ o. Orúkọ kọ́tì náà wà ń bẹ̀ o.
Kọ́tì wo? Ta ló mọ kọ́tì?
Èmi ní kọ́tì ń bẹ̀.
Lẹ́yìn mẹ́ta bá wà lórí stage thank you pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Igbo ẹjọ́ ẹ máa rọra.
Bí Professor Rẹ̀mí ṣe máa ń debunk of people yìí ó kọ̀ dàbí kan sọ fún kéèyàn káwọn Yorùbá jí lọ́la kó wá find out pé irọ́ ni pé Awólọ́wọ̀ ṣe free education ní pé wọ́n láti sanwó ni kó wá máa gbé rìsíìtì jáde. Àbí kọ́ sọ pé Odùduwà ò tiẹ̀ bá really exist.
Like nǹkan tó jọ. In fact, ó dàbí because of Awolowo will exist. That's how it is.
Mọ̀kọ́ tó máa ń dùn mí mọ̀kọ́ tó máa ń dùn mí jù right gbogbo propaganda yìí is around Yorùbá on Yorùbá land gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe pọ̀ láwùsá o Yorùbá ṣáà ni it's like we should not even live in Yorùbá land and be Yorùbá anymore mi ò mọ̀kọ́ tó ṣe wọ́n.
Yeah.
Olabola.
Mr. Imamaka Frederick Forsyth.
Báwo lọ Olabola jẹ́ a tribalist? Tell us how he's a tribalist. Can't you see the way he's arguing? Any argument.
Ìwọ́n sọ pé produce president rí. Ó mú evidence jáde pé produce president rí o ní pé irọ́ pé tribalist ni.
Ó ní pé ceremonial president ni.
Ceremonial president tó ń pull àwọn strings tó lágbára. Àwọn powerful
people yẹn ní pé wọ́ọ̀ ní in-depth knowledge. Can't claim the boy. All he had to say ní pé wọ́ọ̀ produce executive president. Simple.
You president or non-executive president is a president.
But what? Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ẹ̀mọ̀ yàtọ̀ ni. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ẹ̀mọ̀ yàtọ̀.
This guy is being manipulative.
What about going on new instead of marginalization, not because it's manipulative?
So what Chemo left from
never a president. He said he was never a president. So ceremonial president.
20%. Exactly. So why am I never a president to ceremonial president?
Òun ló jẹ́ kó lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ £20. Nígbà táwọn Amẹ́ríkà jagun tí wọ́n tán, ṣé wọ́n fà